Hello. All right, we're a little bit behind schedule, but hey, how's it going? Finally live. Let me just see if background music is fine or not. Should be good. All right, we're live and we're rolling. How's it going, everyone? I've been streaming on Twitch lately, so trying to figure out the YouTube setup and just trying to make sure everything's working right now. I'm more used to the Streamlabs setup than just regular OBS. But how's everyone doing? Glad to see a few people here. Orange potato test. Yeah, I was just testing, making sure the chat was working. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to make sure everything's working fine. Give me 1 second while I restart my model. Okay, that should be good. All right, yeah. Let's see. Let me know if any audio issues. Background music sound good? Is it loud enough, or is it too loud? How's my mic? I actually got a new one, so hopefully it sounds crisp. Let me know if that's too loud or not. And when everything's situated, we'll try to get started as soon as possible. As you guys see, I am going to be ranking, as the title suggests, I'm going to be ranking all the anime I've watched in my entire life, which I think amounts to probably 3 months. I'm really not sure, but it's basically just a lot of time wasted. But yeah, let's see. It doesn't seem like anyone's really complaining too much about any of my settings. So, you know what? We can just probably get started as soon as possible. Hopefully everyone's having a really nice weekend. I know I have. I was a little busy on Saturday, but no big deal. Let's see. Yeah. So, let me just, you know what? I'll just open up the tier list and you can just kind of see for yourselves how we're going to be doing this whole thing. So, obviously just a standard tier list, and we have all the anime I've ever watched. You know, I'm looking at the list right now, and I think it's a little, for some reason, I feel like it's too little. I definitely feel like I've watched more, but I'm just going based off my MAL and what I've just completed. I'm not adding any anime that I haven't watched yet. I'm just going completely off of what type of shows I've completed, as well as some movies. And I just kind of want to I just wanted to rank it. I was never going to do this on Twitch just because I know you guys know my content on YouTube, and I felt like this was more appropriate to do on YouTube, so you guys would be able to see it for yourselves. And it's quite a lot. It was originally in alphabetic order, but there are some anime I just kind of want to talk about first, mainly a lot of the mainstream ones. And let's move that actually over here. And then the rest is kind of like alphabetical order, and yeah, just a lot of fucking anime. But let's get to the tier list itself. We have S, obviously, impactful, which just basically means it went above and beyond being great. It's something that actually means something to me. And you're probably going to see some really strange anime that aren't critically acclaimed that are going to be up here. But that's just because, this is my tier list. It's no one else's. It's mine! And I get to decide what goes in here. And and the next one, A, amazing. I didn't really know what else to call this. I just think these are just great anime. These are all going to be great anime that are in this tier, in A tier. Just great anime. But some of them you may think should be an S, but I'm just going to put them in A because I don't think they're that impactful towards me. Give me a second. B. Now, B, I want to let people know, B doesn't mean it's like a bad anime. It just means it's a solid, or like it's not it doesn't mean I don't think it's amazing. I just think it's a solid anime. I think this is a quality anime. You can watch it, you will find a lot of enjoyment to be had. And that is what anime in B tier is going to be. I don't particularly think things in B tier are not amazing. I just think that they're probably just a solid anime. You can watch it, you can have fun with it, and that's about it. C, mid. Just a mid anime. Just like, yeah, you know what? That's an anime. Yeah, there's enjoyment. And yeah, next one. D, kind of shit. There's gonna be a lot of anime that are just, kind of shit. No real enjoyment to be had. Not even like ironic enjoyment can be probably had with some of the anime that are going in here. This is where things start getting like, okay, yeah, this is just critical. This is just like universally not that gonna be that great, or it just has this little sprinkle of anime that I just do not like personally. E, oh yeah, kind of big shit. These are just the ones that are honestly unwatchable, or just ones I despise. Actually, no, because there's gonna be one anime that I really despise that you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck? Why is this going here? But it's not gonna be an E tier anime. And I think I should have one more between this one, but let me just I'll decide when I get there. But let me just explain the last one, which is wait, when did I watch this? So when I was making this tier list, and obviously I had to make all these little tiny boxes, all these boxes. I had to make them. I had to get the pictures. I had to write the names. So I was going through my ML, and I was just trying to figure out, okay, what anime have I watched? What anime does counts as like something I completed? And I was looking at a lot of the ones I completed, and I was really confused because I completely remember watching some of these anime, but I have no I have no memory of watching the damn thing. I just remember consuming it like a fucking pizza, but I don't remember the next day ever eating it. These are just like, I don't think they're bad in any way. I just think that I legitimately can't rank them just because I've completely forgot what happened in them. And there's going to be a few. I know there are a few because, I made this list, and there are definitely, and a lot of them I think are going to be more of the shorts. A lot of short anime that are like 12 minutes long, 3 minutes long. They're going to be probably in this category of just things that I have no memory of what happened in the anime, but just the fact that I consumed it. And obviously we can make more tiers as we go along. That's what I plan to do with this whole thing. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As we go along, I'll let you know if I start making new tiers, because I usually am like that. I'm indecisive and I just want to like spice things up. So that's what's going to be had here. And yeah, okay. So I think with that said, we should just jump right into it. So most of this, I think I already said this, but most of this is alphabetical order, but I did move some of them up because I just wanted to talk about them first, and start a little, let you guys know my baseline of how I'm rating some of these. So first one is obviously the GOAT of the last like 10 years, Attack on Titan. The most mainstream shit ever. But very good anime. I love it a lot. A part of me, I'm just going to put it, I think it's A tier. I think Attack on Titan is, even though I am someone who has the hipster mindset of just, oh, it's popular, that just means it's bad, I tend to really go towards that type of mindset a lot. But when it comes to Attack on Titan, I think it's just universal. Like, you just kind of have to, even us hipsters have to like admit that it's a good anime. It's like it does everything it needs to do. There are moments where it's kind of slow, but the enjoyment to be had for Attack on Titan is like bar none. I don't think I've been so hyped to see an anime conclude. That's another thing. A lot of like some of the anime that are gonna be like seen above. I'm probably just gonna put them there just because it's concluding. It has a conclusion, and we know for sure Attack on Titan is gonna conclude with final season, uh, part two, part three, which that's not how season final the words final works. But I digress. But I definitely think Attack on Titan A tier. I think there's no disputing that. Next one, Jujutsu Kaisen. So I really, really enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. The anime was one of the few times where I was watching it and I was just thinking every single episode is just one-upping itself. I like to think Jujutsu Kaisen has no low points. But it doesn't have like ridiculously high points. I think it's just a constant incline uphill. Oh, my audio is kind of loud. Oh, sorry about that. Let me try turning it down. Does that sound better? Bemku? Does that sound better? Sorry about that. Don't want to pierce your ears. I'm also in a room that is basically just wood, and there's no like cushioning, so you might hear a lot of echoing. But does that sound better? Testing, testing. It's not ear loud. Just in one ear? Oh, is it mono? Oh, that's shit. Why is it mono? It's louder on one side. Huh. That might just be you, because I don't know if I can control that unless. Boppity boop, beepity boop, bop bop, boppity boop, 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 boop. I don't want to assume that your settings are wrong, Bemku, but. Huh. Let me check this. Yeah, yeah, it should be my mic is just my mic is completely even on left and right side. So, it's louder on one side. Well, let me know if it continues to persist, and I'll see if I can try to change it. I'm checking my settings. Everything looks fine. Does anyone else have that problem? Let's see. Same for you? Okay. Okay, then maybe something's wrong with my settings. Louder on one side. Which side? Right or left? Only left. Let me check my audio settings then. Auxiliary. Louder. Right side is quieter. Bop, bop, bop. This is definitely peculiar. Bop. Left is louder. Test, test. See, sorry about this chat. Just trying to make sure everything sounds good. Don't really know how the hell that happens. Bear with me, guys. I am kind of a noob at this sort of live streaming OBS shit. Let's see. anything. Maybe. What about that? Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Bop, 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 bop. See. Is that better? Kind of change the balance of it to see if it offsets it. Still the same. Huh. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on, maybe I'm a dumbass and hold on, me. Yeah, no, I can definitely hear it. I'm currently live as well. I'm watching my own stream right now. What the hell? Audio. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let me just bear with me. Oh, God. Sorry about this, guys. I had a similar issue like this last time. last time. It was just echoing according to my Twitch chat. And now that I got a new mic, it's not echoing, but it only plays on one side. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's only playing in one ear. Okay. Maybe I got it. Okay. Hello. Testing. Oh my god, there we go. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay, finally. Okay, it's fixed. Alright. Yeah. Orange potato. A Kermit? Oh, you mean like Kermit the Frog? Hello, Mr. Piggy. Haha, I'm gonna kill you. Oh. Take that. Alright, finally. Holy shit. Alright, that took too long, and oh, all it took is one old white guy on YouTube to help me out. Thank you, my man. Okay. Oh my god. Thank God. We can continue this whole tier list. My fucking god. It's basically just, oh my god. It's the most stupidest thing. Woo! Alright. So we're finally getting on with this fucking tier list. Holy shit. Alright. Let's get started. Alright. So what was I saying? Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh yeah, a constant incline. It just felt like a great it just felt like it was a constant incline. Nothing, it was never had a low point, and anytime it did have a low point, it didn't, it was unmemorable. I don't remember any low points. I'm pretty sure there were, but it's just, it doesn't, none of it's memorable. And I think that actually speaks volumes just as much as having memorable good moments speaks volumes. Having unmemorable bad moments speaks volumes about the type of anime it is. And also, I have to say, the comedy in Jujutsu Kaisen, I love it just because it's not over the top, and it's kind of more in the background rather than dedicating an entire scene or like good 2 minutes to just a stupid bit. They would just spend like 10 seconds on something. And I really appreciate that. Just because I don't think shonen humor is that funny. I think it's just more like that was a knee slapper. All right, move on with the plot. But sometimes they don't move on with the plot. They just continue trying to make a bit. And it gets kind of annoying. So, you know what? I want to put, I'm putting on with my gut, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm just going to put it at A. I really enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen while it was going on. And I can't wait for season 2. And yeah, I think it's an A tier anime. I think it's really good. One Punch Man. So this is something I actually did with some anime where I was rating it by seasons, because sometimes the seasons are just so vastly different that it's pretty much unfair to just rate it by each season. So I really want to put but for One Punch Man, I know a lot of people didn't like season 2, and it was 100% a downgrade. It was going from like a 5 to a 1 type of downgrade, not like to that literal sense of like it's a 5 out of 5 and now it's a 1 out of 5, like not that sense. It's more just like on a scale of like a 1 to 100, it just went down like, or maybe like 1 to 20, scale of 1 to 20, it went down like 5 points, definitely. But I feel like the story is kind of the same. And there were some of the anime, JC staff tried their fucking hardest. I mean, not hard enough, considering they probably just put all their budget in Railgun, considering how fucking amazing that shit is. But yeah, I feel like it's season 2 for One Punch Man is enough for me to rate it in the same as season 1. And story wise, animation wise, it's just like there's no contest. But I feel like they're close enough to where I can just put them in one box, which is why there's not a season 2 of One Punch Man. But there's like a season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul over here, and we'll get to that. That's kind of why I wanted to throw them up here, even though it's like letter T and it was down here. I just want to throw up just to give that example. But One Punch Man, it's really fun and really entertaining. I think just season 1, it's like A tier. Season 2 was like C tier. And I feel like because I said they're already kind of close enough in my eyes to kind of put them in the same box, I'm just going to go with B. I think One Punch Man is a solid anime. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Even with the occasional dip in season 2. Helicopter. Attack on Titan, not S tier. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Attack on Titan is just a really, really good story. And that's kind of it. It's just a really good story. I don't think it's like that impactful to me. I think it's just like very, very good. It's like more than popcorn entertainment and more than just good entertainment. It's like great and it's amazing. And that's why I'm putting it A. But because this is, my tier list, I don't really think Attack on Titan is like the greatest thing in the world. I think it is an amazing show with amazing moments and almost the same as Jujutsu Kaisen. I think the down moments are unmemorable just because all the hype of it is just so high. But something about it just doesn't make me want to push to S tier. I feel like if every season of Attack on Titan was like, and let me try to get this right because there's a lot of parts. Season 3, part 2, right? Yeah, season 3, part 2. I think that's my favorite season. And if every season was kind of like that, I would have definitely probably put it like an S. Also, this might be just an unpopular opinion that I have about Attack on Titan, but I actually like Attack on Titan Season 2 more than Season 1. I feel like Season 1 was just the setup season and also like, trying to get everyone hyped and stuff like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed Season 2 just because it still had that hype. And a lot of people say it was slow. I feel like Attack on Titan Season 1 was kind of slow. But just because it was, it had 24 episodes. But I felt like that was way slower. And Season 2 was when they started to really explore the mystery. Really get into it. And I found that so interesting. So I feel like everything past Season 1, Season 2 and above, that was where I think peak Attack on Titan is. And yeah, something's really not making me want to go put it in S tier. But anyways, enough about Attack on Titan. I'm just gonna keep it in an A tier. But let's just move on to the next one. One Piece. So One Piece is like the GOAT, the best shonen series that I think exists. Like, reading One Piece manga just gives me so much appreciation for Oda as a writer and just like how great shonen can be. At the same time, be as generic as shonen can be. One Piece is just unfathomably amazing. And it is a testament to like how great some anime can be. Like every arc after not even after, just like there's just so many great arcs. Alabasta, Marineford, Wano right now is really good. And if we're going by anime, Wano anime, I mean, come on guys, that's fucking hype. Wano anime is so crisp and clean, And it's just like, damn, okay, so this is what One Piece could have been, and it's what One Piece is. Yeah, it is clearly such an easy S. If it wasn't for the anime, which is what we're rating it for, because that just dumps it down to, oh wow, I didn't realize. Hold on, what the hell is this? D kind of shit. What's this? Okay, you know what? Fine, we'll just keep it like that. But, yeah. Oh, since we're editing D, yeah, we're just gonna throw that there. No, I'm just kidding. It's more C. Just because, holy fucking shit, the anime for One Piece. What is wrong with it? I think I've made a video very way back about One Piece and all my negative opinions about it, and I stand by all of them. And sometimes Wano still even has those moments. One Piece's anime is borderline unwatchable. Wano makes it borderline watchable, and then everything below Wano is just borderline unwatchable, and then sometimes just unwatchable just because of how bad the pacing is. Like, my god, the pacing is just, if you were to take a snail, run it over with a car, and then just like have a bird squawk and then eat it up and then spit it back out 10 paces back from where it was originally. It's awful. Like, I don't know how there are One Piece watchers. Like, if you watch anything from New World all the way up to, just kind of like end of Whole Cake, it's terrible. It's like, oh my god. I remember there's this time when Law was in Punk Hazard Arc. Law was trying to like lift a battleship, and that scene literally lasted for 3 minutes, or like I'm exaggerating, 40 seconds. No scene of a man lifting up a ship with his magical wizard powers should last 40 seconds of just back and forth. The boat goes up. Smoker has a reaction. G5 has a reaction. Law looks under his hat and then glistens with his eyes. His fingers pointed up. Back to the ship. Back to the men, G5. Back to Smoker. Back to Law. 40 seconds? Are you kidding me? You better buy me 40 seconds of my time with that. You should be paying me to watch One Piece at that point. Are you serious? Like, that, it's just ridiculous. How... there's just so much wrong with One Piece's anime, but then like One Piece will have like incredibly great moments, like Luffy versus Kakekuri. Great fight, amazing. Snake Man, that was amazing fight. But like to have to slog through all of that just to get to the best moments and what shonen can offer, I legitimately don't think it's worth it. There are definitely times, and these are the highest moments of One Piece, where the anime exceeds the manga, 100%. Some scenes in Alabasta and its lobby, 100% the anime outdoes the manga. But that's like, what, 5% of the anime? And then the other 95 is just slog after slog? No, thank you. Like, there's a part of me that wants to create a completely new tier you know what? No, you know what? Yeah. Let me. This is a long time coming. Let me just make a new tier real quick. Yeah, make it blue. Oh wait, hold on. That's the same thing. Add a bro above. We're gonna call this the One Piece anime tier. Like, I don't think I have the heart to give One Piece, put it in kind of shit. I don't think I have the heart to do it just because the story and the lore and the characters, they're just so god tier that I don't think I have the heart to put it in this tier. But it's definitely here, and there's no way I'm putting it in solid. Like, the anime is unwatchable. So, you know what? One Piece, you get to have your own special little hut, your little house. Congratulations. Let's get some round of applause. All right. Anyway, that's my One Piece rant. And, yeah. If you disagree, that's fine. Just read the manga and then you'll understand. My Hero Academia. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Is anyone still hyped for like My Hero Academia? I'm a manga reader of My Hero Academia. But is anyone excited for season 6? Is that what season they're on? Season 6? Because I don't know about you. I'm like, I mean, I know it's the most hype arc of My Hero Academia, but I don't know if I'm like excited for it. I'm just like, if it comes on, it'll come on. But I will say, everything post the second half, no, everything before second half of season 3, which is basically All Might versus everything before All Might versus All for One. That's some hot shit. Not hot shit. Yeah, that's some like good shit. That's the good shit. That's like where the Gucci good stuff comes. Fucking incredible. But then everything after that, kind of just like, why am I watching this series? And like nothing's too exciting. It just kind of feels like it's falling off a little. Not gonna lie, which is a shame. I had a lot of popcorn fun. I think before the second half of season 3, it would have been a B for me. But now that it's like still kind of slogging, and yes, there's the new arc coming, and I know what happens there. So, but I don't want to be a filthy manga reader and be like, oh yeah, guys, it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be hype. I think it's gonna be like, woo. So like a little bit below hype. I'm gonna put it in C, just because I had a lot of fun during season 1, definitely season 2. Second half of season 3 is peak My Hero Academia. But I had a lot of fun, so I'll put it in C. I think it's a mid anime, definitely. Naruto. So I'm including Shippuden in this, just because I kind of think of them as the same show, pretty much. Like they're basically the same show. So Shippuden. I thoroughly enjoyed Shippuden a lot. Oh, what am I saying? Like Naruto. I think Naruto as a whole. It might just be in the same place as My Hero Academia, maybe above My Hero Academia. I think Naruto is just kind of like the old shonen. Has a lot of the mistakes and has a lot of the good things that made shonen shonen. And, it is a childhood anime for sure. Some of the best moments of Naruto still make me feel like a child again. But I don't think it's like godly anime. I think you can in this day and age, you can definitely skip it. Especially like 700 episodes, half of them being filler. Fuck no. We're not going through that shit. So that's like actually more like 500 episodes worth of the canon content. Maybe B. I'm feeling, you know what? I'm feeling a little critical right now. I'm gonna give it a C. I think Naruto, C tier anime. It's a mid. I think it doesn't stand today, but back when it was out, it was probably a B. I don't think I ever was like that hyped for Naruto, but it was definitely popcorn fun. I like it. I have good fond memories of it. 86. Wait, why is 86? Oh, okay. So I guess these are some of the alphabetical order stuff. So I guess we'll just throw in a random one. 86. Okay, so I haven't watched the second season, which I feel like this is kind of unfair to rank it, just because I haven't finished it. Actually, why is this even here if I haven't even finished it? What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, I'll just rate it on the season 1. Season 1, 86. Kind of was like, it was good, and a lot of it was very solid. And I had a lot of fun watching it, seeing spider robots going, and then just, hunky ass bitch, and then shoot someone and they die. I love that. That's great. But I don't know if it was just me. I felt like it was very rushed, and like they skipped a lot of its own content, which doesn't make sense considering I think this is an original IP. So I don't know why they would just skip some moments because I don't know if you guys remember this. There was this orange-haired girl, and I swear to God, they never showed her dying. And she definitely did die because you don't see her for like the rest of the series. She just kind of, and then was gone. We were like, well, oh, hold on. Well, where'd she go? Because I remember they had this scene where a bunch of their friends were dying. And then she was not included in that scene, as well as like 3 other characters. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, they're dead. They're all dead. She's like, I'm sorry, what? Wait, when did they die? But you know, Hiroyuki Sanada is actually like he's giving that like he's a goat, and he made the music super good. I need to definitely finish it as its current state just after season 1. I think it's like a B tier. I think it's a very solid anime. Maybe season 2 will change it to A or C or maybe D if it does not stick the landing. I don't know what it is, but as its current state, as when I watched it, which is season 1, that's a B tier. Probably should have added in parentheses season 1, but that's a B tier anime. I liked it. 91 days. 91 days. I really like 91 days. It did exactly what it needed to do. It did not like overstep its boundaries. Super great mystery, mafia, crime boss show. And I think the ending was different. The ending was weird because, okay, I don't want to spoil anything, but like the ending was weird because they kind of showed what the ending was going to be either at the beginning of the episode or at the end of the second to last episode. They already showed what the ending was, and you kind of have to piece it together yourself when it ends, which I thought was very interesting and kind of creative, but then it kind of like ruins the ambiance of the ending. But I really enjoyed 91 Days. This was like a solid 12 episode anime. I think, wait, was it 12? Let me check real quick. 91 Days anime. Oh. Did my internet go out? No, it doesn't seem like it did. One days. It was 12 episodes. Yes, 12 episodes. And I enjoyed all 12 of those episodes thoroughly. I loved 91 Days. Very good. I don't think it's like that impactful because I definitely forget about it a lot of the times. But I think it's an A tier. I think maybe even above Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, just put it there. Very solid anime. Good 12 episode show. You just want something like quick, easy. Just want to have some not popcorn fun. Just like a really solid show. Just marathon something. 91 Days. Very solid show. All right. Next one. 5 centimeters per second. Oh, a movie. Okay. And Makoto Shinkai's older works. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm definitely like, I liked your older works, Shinkai. Yeah, your older works were way better. I don't want to be that guy to be like, I liked him before he was cool. I liked his older works. But I did. I do like the less magic, more actual like human drama that Shinkai was able to present in his anime, in his films. And 5 centimeters per second was a very good anime. It's definitely, oh man, it was definitely though a little too depressing for my like depressing anime really put me in a very strange mood. It's just it wasn't depressing. It was just too real, just people growing apart and then kind of in a way forgetting about each other. Maybe one person trying to move on and stuff. Maybe one person does remember, but the other person has just completely moved on with their life. It's so real and hurts so much sometimes thinking about it. It's not something I like to rewatch, but it's definitely something I love to reminisce about. And also the animation, fucking god tier. Love it. Everything, Comic Waves does is amazing and beautiful. So, personally though, I think I'm going to put it. It's like borderline B, but I'm going to put it probably like bottom A. It was a great movie though, I will say. Very good movie. Next one. A lull in the sea. This was the fish people, the SpongeBob anime. People were just funny fish people. I remember this. This was a very pretty anime. One of I think was this PA Works? Please tell me this is PA Works. I'm gonna look like an idiot. Japanese name Nagi no Asukara. It was 26 episodes. Had an ending, so yes, very good. Also, maybe I should also explain what I put for some of these animes in my mal, because I am just taking this from my mal. But yes, PA Works. So I think PA Works has a reputation of making very pretty anime with honestly kind of shit stories, or just very what the fuck kind of stories. You're gonna definitely see a few of them because I love PA Works. They are basically ooh, look at this so pretty animes. And Lull in the Sea actually had a very good story. I liked it. Out of all PA Works, it's definitely one of the best. And yeah, it was just basically SpongeBob, but it's definitely not SpongeBob. I think that it's a pretty good B tier anime. Very good B tier. Like a solid show. 26 episodes. So if you want something a little longer and you want to see fish people and random magic Poseidon shit, definitely good watch. All you need is a sister's all you need. What the fuck? Wait, what is the anime? Oh, this was the light novel one. Okay, so these are one of the ones that are just wait, I watched this? But except I actually remember what happens. It was just it was a rom-com, slice of life type of comedy show. And I don't really think it does anything. I think it was entertaining at most. I think there were some funny moments, and it was just kind of honestly a little bit forgettable show. Maybe just a C tier. I don't really think it was that noteworthy for anything that it does. So yeah, I think it's a solid C tier. Works for that. Let's just move on. I don't really have much to say about it. Absolute Duo. Okay. Alright, so eventually you're gonna find out there's a certain category of anime that I really love. This, I don't know what genre it is, but it's high school, harem, magic powers, action, and there's a lot of them you're gonna see on this list, and this is one of them. I fucking love this genre. This anime though, back when I was in high school, I fucking love this type of genre. I watch everything of this type of genre, and this is one of them. Absolute Duo. It was such a stupid show. It was just one of those harem battle shows. I will say this one's actually a little bit more okay, that's cool, just because it was pretty much definitive who were the pairs, just because it was two pairs. Sometimes it was two girls, sometimes it was one guy, one girl, sometimes it was two guys, something like that. I remember it was just kind of cool sword fighting and shit like that. I don't remember if anything was that noteworthy with the animation. Clearly, I think the only thing I remember I liked about it was definitely the opening. I remember downloading that song, so that means I liked the opening enough. But let's just kind of Honestly, no, it's a kind of a shit. It is a kind of a shit show. I don't even think it's like a guilty pleasure worthy show. I think it was just stupid fun. If you like the genre, you had a kick out of it, but it was stupid. Uh, okay, next one. Aka 13, banger of an opening. That's the first thing I have to say. Shadow and Truth, very very good song. Love it. The story itself, I liked it as well. I think at the first time when it came out, I would definitely think it's like an A tier anime. Definitely when it first came out, it was like it was one of those. I think I have a very good appreciation. It's kind of like 91 Days. I have a very streamlined appreciation for like anime that can start end in 12 episodes, especially in this kind of climate where that's kind of the best way to make anime, but it's very hard to, just because some people really want to get that. People want to have all that fucking. They want to have 24 more seasons, or just like, oh, maybe we have more seasons. You gotta invest in us to figure that out. But then the investment doesn't work, so they just ends haphazardly. But this one is based off a manga, and it ends. It has a start and finish ending. Though, now that I think about it, I'm pondering over it. It was definitely A tier when it first came out, just because I love the art style. Art style was beautiful. I love the world they were living in. It was so different, where how like every district had like its own culture. It was super interesting. But it wasn't exactly. I don't think like the must watch. Like, oh, you gotta watch this. It's so cool. I think the only thing that's like, oh, so cool about it was the opening. The opening was definitely the best part of the entire anime. So, I'm just gonna put it like probably B tier, B tier. It was a solid anime. You want to like another short story? The Aka 13 is very good. Can't go wrong with it. Okay, my edge, my beautiful Swiss Army knife edge. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, this is where the things start crawling in my skin. This is where I get wounds that will not heal. Oh my god. I loved the show to such to a embarrassingly degree. I love this show. But I even cosplayed as Kaneki. Not gonna lie, guys, I cosplayed as Kaneki, but I did Route A version just because I had the white hair. Oh man, I have to have the leather suit. Oh yeah, it looks so fucking cool. It's so fucking. It's so cringe. I cosplayed it at Anime Expo a long time ago. So I really enjoyed the show. I just thought it was so cool. Have one of his eyes completely black. Oh my god. He's fucking shit up, and he has wounds that will heal. Will not heal. They will heal. But it was just like, oh my god. Oh, but you know what actually won't heal? What wounds won't heal? His mental scars, man. Oh my god, it's so deep. Oh, it's so deep, man. And then Route A came out, and I was like, okay, whatever. But it was just like, oh my god, yeah, Tokyo Ghoul, like that's my goat, that's my shit. Love it so much. Now it's kind of like, oh my god, it's honestly like, no, you know what? I want to speak to that teenage version of myself, that edgy motherfucker. Oh no, the 100%. The manga is definitely 100%. The manga is definitely better than the anime. I did read the manga, and goddamn, they butchered the anime of Re. But I actually I actually would have preferred if they just did not have Re in the first place. I think Tokyo Ghoul, the way it ended, was honestly kind of good, kind of perfect. They didn't really need to add Re, but Re was a nice addition. But with that said, Tokyo Ghoul, I'm gonna speak to my beautiful edgy self, and I'm putting it B. I like really, I should definitely put it at C, but I'm putting it at B. I just, it speaks to me in a very childhood way. Like, I love the edge. And season 1, okay, season 1 was actually a solid anime. You guys gotta admit. It was actually a really good anime. It was fun. It did everything it needed to do. And, I mean, the censoring was stupid, but still. It was so good. Now, Route A. So this is why I had to, like, why you'll see some of the anime here. I had to cut it off. Because it was just cut off between seasons because one season was just too drastically different from the second season. It just felt like its own anime, and just how I rank it would just be completely different. And this is where Route A comes in. Route A, dude, a part of me really wants to put it in just E, man. I hate Route A. Route A was just like, why would you take what already works and then try to rush it? What the fuck was that? It was so bad. Like, the only thing that was like the saving grace of it was the fact that it was like, it still had some really good moments. Like, all the moments that adapted from the manga that were like the hype moments where Centipede came out and, like, you know, a few other things was amazing. But like, what the fuck? Why did he join the villains for like a bit? That didn't make any fucking sense. It was so stupid. Route A was so bad. Oh my god. A part of me really wants to just put it in E. You know what? Fuck it. It's the Black Widow of the Tokyo Ghoul franchise. It was just shit. Oh my god. Alright. Also, remember the 12-minute walk? We all love the 12-minute walk, guys. Oh my god. All right. Let's start. JoJo. We all JoJo heads. Do we love JoJo here? Because I don't think I've ever talked about JoJo on this channel, but I love JoJo. Or maybe it's because it's been too recent, but like, I watched JoJo. I first started watching JoJo in 2000, like, was it 2020? I think it was 2020. I watched it recently, like just within like the past 2 years, and I love it. Oh my god, I was eating that shit up. That was, exactly, helicopter. Dude, JoJo is so fun. I love it so much, and it just makes me so happy whenever I watch it. And I will say, okay, but let's start with part one. So I know a lot of people think part one's like really slow and stuff, but to me, watching part one was like bingo. I was just so immersed in the fact that there's so many memes being pumped out to me. The Kono Dioda! And then like him walking on the fucking wall vertically, like, oh, I'm coming, Jonathan. I fucking love that. It just, part one to me was just a checklist of like what stupid, amazing shit is about to happen next. But it was definitely the only reason why I continued watching all through part one, because it is a slog, part one. But the saving grace was that it's so memeful, and also that it's only like 12 episodes. Part one really is not that long, so you can get through it very quickly and just move on to part two. So part one, I'm gonna put it at B. Moving on. No, JoJo deserves to be at the top of B. Part one, B, and then part two, S. My first S. I love part two so much. Part two is honestly, okay, part two in its entirety, if we're talking about like just parts alone, part two is my favorite part. And I think that a lot of people say that a lot, but you know, but we got the best JoJo, Joseph, the best JoJo. And it had a lot of the charm that were still carried over from part one, just a little bit more polished, and it was so fun. And it has a little bit of that. One thing that I love about JoJo is the intensity of the fights. You don't know whether or not people are gonna live or not, even though you kind of know it because you know it's fucking shonen and it's like only 6 episodes in. But like the intensity of every JoJo fight is just like, oh my god, they're probably gonna die. They're not gonna live. And part two had that. And also best opening, Bloody Stream. That the best, just best all around. Part two, my favorite part, S. And then we got part three of JoJo's. So this was definitely where you lose the intensity because just nobody fucking died in part 3. Like, no, not even the enemies died. Just nobody died in part 3. While they were going to the going to find Dio. Give me a second. Just need to recalibrate. Okay. There's just, but yeah, just like part 3 was also so dragged on. The only reason I was able to get through the first part of part 3 was because I was so hyped to see Dio, and I didn't know at the time Dio would only show up at the very end. And then during the midway of the second part, season 2 of part 3, I was just so fucking bored. Like, oh my god, what the fuck, man? It just got so boring in like the ending part of part 3. And then, you know, Dio comes back and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And then like, it felt like for a split second that everything, that all the shit we had to slog through in the entire season was worth it. Because you got to see my boy Dio again. But objectively speaking, honestly, season part 3, oh, honestly, it's C. Part 3 was a slog. It was definitely a slog. And so was part 4. Part 4 was a slog in the first part of part 4. Because if we're talking about like what's my actually favorite part of JoJo, it's actually the second part of part 4 when Kira gets introduced. Kira was just the best thing, one of the best things to come out of JoJo in its entirety. Kira was just such a great addition to the story. And it honestly just saved part 4. Because part 4 first part of part 4 was a slog. It was kind of a slog. I didn't think it was that great. It was just kind of like, okay, whatever. Next villain, it was literally, it felt like a Scooby-Doo episode at times. What's the next mystery of the week? Raggy-Roo! JoJo gotta go! It was just like, what? Come on. Then Kira gets introduced and we're like, okay, no, see, this is what JoJo's all about. This is the best part of JoJo. So like, second half of part 4 JoJo is S tier. First part of JoJo part 4, I think it's better than part 3 of JoJo, Diamond Unbreakable. So it was B. So we're just going to give it A. I think part 4 was definitely solid as fuck. Now part 5. Part 5 I think is where, honestly, I think is where Araki as a writer started to really understand how to direct his fights, or like just how to pace them. Because every fight in part 5 felt like it was anyone's game. And I think that's what I love about stands in general, is that they all feel like one hit kill. That every single one of them can one hit kill anybody. It's just a matter of can their attacks land optimally. And that's what and part 5 shows that so well, and I love it. Part 5 was so intense. And yeah, no, I just have a lot of good things to say about part 5. Though I will say, kind of the most underwhelming JoJo. I honestly like Jonathan a little bit better than Giorno. Honestly, like Giorno is just kind of like, he's just Mr. Gangstar Man, whatever. All right, move on. And villain, I did like King Crimson. That was a really good villain. But aside from that, yeah, I just think my biggest praise is the fights. So intense. Some of the best. I'll put it at A as well. It's definitely A. And part 6. So part 6 is still ongoing. I know it's coming back to Netflix in the fall, I think. Fall or when? I think it's fall, yeah. Next season. It's coming back. So this is just basing off the first part of part 6. I really enjoyed it. I really, really did. And it's kind of like everything of part 5, but the story is a little bit more interesting. I really like what's going on with the whole White Snake I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of Priest Man, Cherry Priest Man. Also, I do want to preface one thing. I'm not a manga reader of JoJo, so I don't know what happens at all. I'm just absorbing it completely through the anime. And I've been really enjoying part 6. I think part 6 is also an A. It's up here. It's also an A. I would say probably below 5 just because it hasn't completed yet, but it's definitely doing wonders. I love it a lot. Next anime. Oh yeah, this is just one I wanted to really talk about quickly. Violet Evergarden. So I have nearly 500 different anime in this list. And, you know, the more, as an anime watcher, you kind of realize the question that anyone asks you, what's your favorite anime? Which is like, dude, I've watched like so many shows. You want me to pick one anime out of like 500 shows to just be like, yeah, this is the thing that I love the most. It defines who I am. I love it. Like, no way. No way you can figure that out. But I think over the past like year or so, after trying to figure out like what are my favorite anime, I was just kind of doing a thought experiment, looking through everything. And I've come to the conclusion that Violet Evergarden is my favorite show. It is the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful pieces of media I've ever watched. Both story, visually, early, audioly, whatever the fuck that word is. Everything about it is just beautiful. And I love it so much. I think, yeah, I have a video up on it about Violet Evergarden. That's still up on my channel. And this anime and everything I said in that anime, on that video, I think it's hold true. That's like a 2-year-old video, so I don't know. But Violet Evergarden is definitely my favorite anime. And it's, to me, it is like classic S. And I will say, like, it is the first anime ever that has made me, in 5 different instances, almost cry. Well, actually, more like 2 instances. Yeah, God, I can't say that word. 2 times where I almost cried, but I held back. 2 times where a tear was shed, just like 1 tear, and I was like, okay, all right, we're good. Don't worry, we got this. All right, 1 tear, okay, move on. And then episode 10 hit, and I was like, ah! You know that meme where it's just like, ah! Episode 10 ruined me, my guys, dude. Episode 10 destroyed me. I had like, after it was over, I had to like sit up. It was like, nah, this ain't it, champ. This ain't it, chief. I just gotta get up. Gotta stretch my legs. Oh my god, no. I can't move. I can't. There's 2 more episodes of this shit. Oh my god, how am I gonna top this? Episode 10 was so good. And then the movie happened, and then I also cried at the movie. I don't think the movie was actually that necessary, but it was still it just basically did everything I loved about Violet Evergarden, but more. It was just basically a nice little extra for a little bit of an extra Violet Evergarden. So I really like it. Violet Evergarden, S tier, top of S. It's my favorite anime of all time. I can say that with confidence. So, and with that said, I think it's actually a good spot to kind of like, let me take a quick break. I will be right back. So I'm going to put you guys back at the stream starting screen, because I don't really have a stream waiting screen, but I will be right back. I just need to get some water. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just need to get some water. Got my H2O. Us mushrooms. Mushroom gnomes really do need our water a lot. That or the blood of our enemies. Anything liquid is fine. All right. Let's continue on with the ranking. So, after a nice break, I think that's all of the immediate ones that I wanted to talk about. I think there are a few more that I see a little bit here because I see a few things that are just kind of out of order. So, we'll get to them when we get to them. But now we're just kind of going in alphabetical order now. So, let's just kind of get started. Accel World. That's like a C tier. I enjoyed Accel World a little bit, but they were like, it's definitely like, sorry. Jesus Christ. It was definitely just kind of, it was more of just like fun, anime fun. I don't think there's anything memorable about Accel World that I can think of. I just kind of enjoyed it a little bit more than Sword Art Online, considering they're like from the same author. That's all I really have to say about it. It's just better than Sword Art Online. Hey, even though I'm pretty sure it came out first. Achikochi. Okay, so I had a phase where I really loved slice of life anime. Now I can't watch it, but just because it's like, why am I watching someone be in high school? Well, why am I watching someone do that? Like, I got bills to pay. You think I'm gonna stand here and watch that? I want something exhilarating. I want something entertaining, not just people fucking around and just playing ball at a park or some shit. But I thoroughly enjoyed Achikochi. It was like one of those fun, cute little shows that you just see a clip on YouTube and then you just end up binging the entire series. Because the entire series is just a basic compilation of random, funny, cute clips. And for that, I'm giving it a B. I really enjoyed Achikochi. I remember having very good fond memories of it. And some of the clips still make me go like, so I think it's deserving that. After the Rain. I remember reading this manga. I actually don't think I'm caught up to it. I don't remember where I left off. And the anime, though, was very good. Very good, like, wholesome slice of life romantic drama show. After the Rain, I believe the Japanese title was like Ame Gari something or something like that. But just, wholesome show about a girl who wants to get together with her like 40-year-old manager, high school girl. Nothing wrong with that. Oh man. I hear the police sirens already. But my homie, he wasn't having it. He was just like, wait till, like you're in college or something, at least in college. And she's like, so I have a chance. And he's like, fuck. I think it was actually a really wholesome show, though, to be honest. I'll put it at B as well. I think it's like just a quick little, makes you smile type of show. I don't think it's C in any way. Actually, no, it's not C. It's borderline, though. I will say that. It's borderline. Ajin. So I actually really like some of the all CGI anime. I think it's because it came from Studio Orange. I think. I'm not sure. Let me quickly Google that. We have a lot of time today because I'm just going to be basically doing this for the entire day. Ajin. I know for sure one thing. It had a different... Oh, no, Polygon Pictures. Yeah, Polygon. I like Polygon because they also did Knights of Sidonia. And I really enjoyed Knights of Sidonia. Super fun show. What about Redo... What about Redo of Healer? What about redo of Healer? I mean, oh, you know what? I don't think I added redo of Healer in here. Then again, I didn't watch it. I more read the manga for redo. So, though I did watch the scene where, what happens in episode 2 happens. A little bit of intense interactions between characters. But why bring up? Okay, that's random. But I don't have redo or healer on this list. But I mean, if redo or healer, I'd probably put it like a D. Just kind of shit. Anyways, Ajin. Really love Polygon Pictures. What they did, and yeah, I know it has a different ending than the manga, but I don't actually know if I enjoyed the. I know the ending of the manga was getting very drawn out, and it was just like, oh my god, fucking end it. We get it. Sam's getting away on a fucking pilot jet. Oh no, he didn't get away. But just kidding, he did. And it's just like, oh my god, just get on with it. Jesus Christ, do the good guys win or not? And then the ending for the manga, I don't remember what. I just remember he gets captured instead. So it's like, yeah. I mean, it was still very good. Ajin was still a very fun anime. So I'm just gonna throw it in. Probably. I think it's a solid show. I'll put it. I'll put it in B. I'll put it in B. Chuuni. Why is Chuuni here? Overload. Do you mean Overlord? I'll get to that. Where's Overlord? Where is it? You know what? Just for you, my man. Just for you. And tis. I don't want to pronounce that properly. Where's Overlord? I feel like I put it somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right here. You know what? Just for you, my man. It'll be the next one we do. It'll be the next one. Is that what you're trying to say? Overlord, or because you said overload, or do you? I'm not even gonna try to try to figure a way out. But I mean, I was gonna save this for later, but yeah, I guess we can talk about it soon. I'll do it after Akame got killed, actually. Chuuni. I love Chuuni. Chuuni was so fun. Chuuni was very fun. Season 1 was better than Season 2, but still, it was a fun show. I like Chuuni. Chuuni made me very happy. And it was just like, it was Kyoto animation being slice of life, fun and stupid, at the same time very wholesome and like very meaningful. I love Chuuni. Chuuni makes me smile. You know what? Just for Chuuni, I put it at A tier. I fucking love Chuuni. Chuuni was fun. End of A. I always have a lot of fun with Kyoto Animation. Anything Kyoto Animation makes, just because I think they really know, they have the nail on the head on how to do slice of life. Like, they somehow are able to make it super like digestible and like not mundane and not boring. They just have a formula and it works all the time. Jonie's A. I love Jonie. Jonie was very fun. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it top of B. Top of B. I don't think it's A. Yeah, Overlord. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it after I talk about Akame get killed. I'm gonna have a little bit of consistency. Here you go. Thank you, my man. Real appreciate it. Akame got killed. It's basically like Tokyo Ghoul for me, except it wasn't that enjoyable. I loved my edginess, Tokyo Ghoul, and Akame get killed. It was just kind of like, I guess, a step down, really. That's all it was. It was very edgy, but also very enjoyable. And this might be like a controversial take, but I actually preferred the anime's ending than the manga. Manga's ending was just kind of like, it felt like dialed down. It felt like the author was like, oh, I'm not going to be too harsh, because a lot of people survived in the manga. I was like, why? Just kill everyone off. You were having a theme here, man. Just be consistent with it. So, Akame Kill, I mean, I had fun with Akame Kill. I really did. I don't think it's D kind of shit. I had a lot of fun with it, but I also think it's kind of stupid a lot. I'm just gonna put it like top of C. It was. I don't think it was solid, but it was fun. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna actually change this from mid to also fun question mark. Yeah. I don't think it's like some of these shows. I wouldn't categorize them as mid, but they were fun and mid. Yeah. Okay, just for you, my man. Just for you, Annie Tiz, Annie Eddie Tids. Yeah, just for you, my man. We'll talk about Overlord right now. And you know what? If anyone in chat wants to know any opinions about certain anime that might be on this list, I mean, just throw random anime. I might have it on this list. I mean, there's like nearly 500 of them here. So one of what you guys want to hear has to stick. So just let me know, and I'll move it to the top. Because I know there's a lot, and it's alphabetical order. So maybe one of your anime that you really like are just at the bottom. I know I'm seeing a few of them. I know I see a few of my A and S tiers on the bottom. So, definitely let me know if you guys want to know any opinions about certain anime. Okay, just for you, Helicopter. Just for you. I do have it on my list. I'll put it next. It's going right next to Overlord. Okay. You're fucking right, man. Okay. Let's just do Overlord first. Okay. I didn't know if oh man. Annie, I'm just gonna call you Annie, man. Annie, my dude. I don't know what your opinions about Overlord is. Exactly. Oh man. So I have to say, Overlord is without a doubt my most hated anime of all time. And that's not to say it's the least rated. Because I think least rate, like if I were to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, it is not like 1 or 0. It is like a 4 or 5, honestly. But it is my most hated just because I have a lot to say about Overlord. And that's pretty much it. But it is my most hated anime of all time. So let's just open this can of worms, sit back, relax, get some popcorn. I got a lot to say about this show. Oh my god. Because I also know the new season came out. So the new season is pretty much going to dictate my future opinions about Overlord. But let's get started. So, season 1 Overlord. Let's start with season 1 Overlord. Honestly, it's a 7 out of 10. It sets the groundwork, sets the stakes, sets what we can expect for the future. And, it just focuses on Ainzul Gon, Momonga, or whatever you want to call him. Just focuses on him. It's solid. It's like season 1 Overlord is like a B. It is very good. It's like super enjoyable. I really enjoyed season 1 of Overlord. Very enjoyable isekai. I would say honestly one of the probably like top 7 isekai. Season 1 Overlord. Then you got season 2 and 3. And I put them in the same category because they both make the same fucking mistake and the same annoyance that I see, which is that constantly introduce, which is a lot of things, but it's basically a narrative problem that I see with Overlord. Overlord, it's just setting up so much, and I'm not seeing any payoff whatsoever. And I'm just gonna let you know, no series should take 3 seasons and have 0 payoff for anything that it's building up. Not even a hint of payoff. Like, not even like an alluding of like, something's gonna happen. Oh! Like, I see none of that. It's so annoying because every episode I'm just wondering, why am I still here watching this show? From season 2 and season 3, because it's just giving me all these plot points. It's just showing me all these stories, bringing all these characters up that I just don't give a shit about. And I don't understand why we're watching, why they're here. And even when it's kind of explained to me what the point of this arc was, I'm just like, Well, that was kind of underwhelming. That's it? That really? Just because you wanted to suck the dick of the girthy, bony, thick dick of the bone man himself? That's why you wanted this? That's why we watched lizard sex? That's why? Just to suck off our bony cocks? That's why? And that's the thing. I think that's also another thing I really don't like about Overlord. Everything just seems like an elaborate way for the author to be like, yo, dude, my main character, my guy, look at him go. Look at the subordinates, but that's an extension of himself. So look at them go. Oh my god, he's just like fucking their shit up when the enemies never had a chance to begin with, and he's fucking them up. My dick's hard. Oh yeah, just like suck on that bony cock. Oh, my main character is so cool. Oh, and that's just kind of what it feels like every time I'm watching Overlord. I feel like I'm being patronized. Like, this is the payoff for everything at the end of the arcs? Just some stick sucking? That's what it is? And because of that, it brings it down to like E tier. Like season 2 is like season 2 and 3. It's just, why am I watching this show? This is like, I remember every episode, everything that'd be going on in the back of my head is just, why? What is the point? What is the point of this? What is the point of that? And I think the reason why I'm thinking those things is both, the narrative problem and also just like, oh, this is basically just one elaborate dick sucking of Momonga. So why am I even watching it? But then this is the reason why I hate Overlord is a 1-2 punch. The first punch is obviously, the narrative problems, the character, the writing, and stuff like that, and the fact that it's just basically a dick sucking of the main character. But the second part the second punch, the 2 to the 1-2 punch, is the fan base. Honestly, like, I don't want to be that type of guy that's just like, oh yeah, the fan base ruined the show for me. But honestly, it kind of did. Because I don't know what it is about the fan base. Oh, they indulge in that dick sucking so much. They fillet that motherfucking bone right there. Let me tell you something right now. They love that bone. They love the marrow juice that comes out of the bone. Let me tell you, like, they treat the series as if it's some 5D chess, 5-head shit. Every time that something happens, they're just like, oh, and then like, anyone has a criticism, they're like, I don't get it. They're like, no, you don't fucking stand. You're stupid. You're dumb. It's a 5D chess strategy that's going on, man. You just don't understand. You don't get it. It's so elaborate and so convoluted that your monkey brain can't understand, and that's why you suck. That's what the fan base feels like all the time. Whenever I'm like, like I scroll down to comments of YouTube clips or just Twitter, freaking fucking, like, I'm even reaching for like Crunchyroll comments. Like, I'm gonna even reach for them. It feels like every time that someone just has like yeah, I don't really get what's going on, and I'm agreeing, like, yeah, I don't get what's going on. The replies are just like, you're dumb, you're stupid, you don't understand what's going on, you don't understand the greatness of the Bone Man himself. And it's just like, oh my god, this is just a turn off. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a petty reason to hate an anime because the fan base, because like, come on, what fan base, like, what super hyper dedicated fan base doesn't suck? You know what I mean? So it is a petty reason, but because I see it all the time, I just can't deal with it anymore. Because of that, I'm gonna give it a D. It's kind of shit. I really want to put it as E, just big Mondo shit. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I am going to do it. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god. Annie. I just realized I don't have Death Note on here. What the fuck? I watched that entire show. I don't even think I have that on my Mal. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Hold on, let me just give some closing thoughts for Overlord. So anyways, Overlord. Yeah. So basically, I just hate it because narratively, and the fan base, and the fact that it just feels like one big giant dick sucking. But then again, what isekai isn't a big dick sucking, you know? But yeah. Hey, wow, you have a very long name. Actually, let me just move the chat actually. Let me shrink it a bit. Just so we can see your entire message, my man. Make sure you're noticed. Yeah. You know what? I'll just put it over here. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah. Yeah, Thai and boxing gym. I'm just gonna say that last part because I don't want to. I don't want to butcher your full name. But yeah, it's pretty much every anime I've ever watched. But I've clearly missed some because Death Note. Oh my god! I wonder if I can quickly put it in. I don't think I can. Okay, well let's just because I'm gonna actually make a video about this. I'm gonna be making a video. I'm gonna cut this entire. I'm gonna download this video from YouTube and then I'm gonna chop it up and then post it a shorter version online. So post edit me. Put Death Note at oh, because we have to rate Death Note as a whole. Put Death Note as A. Yeah. Put Death Note as A. Be, right. Put Death Note as top of A. I think it's pretty much the same thing everyone knows about Death Note. Death Note. The first half of Death Note is S. Second half is more like top B, bottom A. Nier is not that interesting as L, but it still has a very good conclusion. So that's why probably low A. But Death Note, the first half, that's like just peak anime. No, not just peak show. Death Note is such a great show. I can't believe I missed Death Note. Holy shit. I'm like, actually. And if you're wondering why didn't I just like scroll through to really check if I didn't, I know I didn't because, I made every single one of these boxes. So I know I have a good idea of like at least what's not in here. So, unfortunately, I can't believe I missed Death Note. Jesus. Yeah, but Death Note should be here and it should be top of A. But anyways, for you, my man, helicopter, just for you, my man, we're going Yosugata Sora. This shitty anime. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna say something that's a little bit just like, what? The incest wasn't actually what made it bad. If they were able to execute the incest relationship very well, honestly, I'd be like, you know what? I'll give it an A. Why not? If they're able to. It's definitely not an S, but if they're able to execute this relationship and the characters and the story that well, I'll gladly give it an A. I have no qualms, even if it's just incest. Like, literally full-blown incest. Actually, to the T of incest of porn. Where the brother and sister just start fucking in the hallway. Like, what the fuck? That was so weird. As a teenager, I wasn't even turned on. I was so confused because one, it was incest, and two, it was just like, huh? Wait, what? I've never seen this except in like Gantz. It was so bad. I can't believe I watched all of that. That's like an E. Fucking shit, man. Okay, so here's the thing about Yosugata Sora. It's either an E or an S. And if it's an S if it's a guilty pleasure of yours. It's an E if you actually like don't give a shit about it and like there's no way you can have it any other way. But E, yeah. So basically what I'm saying is Overlord's on the same level as Yosugata Sora. But yeah, let's just continue on with this. Asterisk record of the bastard. This was a way too long name, so I just shortened it. Asterisk record. This was one of those other like magic harem fantasy type of things, but at the same time, it was just like a teacher, and he could not use magic. No, he reversed his magic. He nullifies magic. Whoa! How original! He nullifies magic. Oh, insane! I gotta tell you, that's pretty original. Gotta say. Had some really fun moments. I think the animation was actually a little bit above average than the normal tendency that comes with these type of shows. I thought it was. I'm pretty sure the only thing I remember it was from the first 5 episodes, and then I know I finished it, but I don't remember how it ended or anything like that. I'm putting it probably a D. I don't think it was fun, honestly. I think it was just kind of like boring, if we're being completely honest. But yeah. Anyways, we have a lot, so I won't stay too long. I won't spend too much time on anime that don't really matter, unless I have a lot to say about it, like Overlord. You know, Thai and boxing gym. Honestly, if you want to challenge yourself, Yosugura Sora, I don't recommend watching it, but if you want to give yourself a challenge, it's definitely worth it. Though at the same time, no, I like my honest recommendations. Yeah, don't just skip it. It's stupid. Aki no Kanade. So when I was looking at my mouth, this was a movie, and I remember distinctively why I watched this anime. It's because the girl kind of looked hot on the cover. She's kind of hot. She was just a hot anime woman. And I was like, oh, ooh, ooh. But other than that, I actually don't remember what happens in this anime. I just know it's taiko drums, and that's it. So it's our first. Wait, when did I watch this? Yeah, I legitimately don't remember what happens in this anime. So I would rather do Liu Wei again than Left Way? Left Way. What is that? Is that some type of... Oh. Includes... Oh. Oh, interesting. I'm assuming it's not a very fun sport then? Left Way? I'm butchering. I'm sorry. I'm definitely butchering how I'm saying that, but I'm just reading phonetically how it is in English. Is that a bad sport, man? Really? Yosugata Sora is fucking terrible. I don't know if there's any type of like thing you'd rather do. Because I feel like it's the lowest of the low, to be honest. It's basically like the Boku no Pico of the whole like, oh, did you watch this? It's like the tier below Boku no Pico. Boku no Pico is the pinnacle of like, oh, you want to watch anime? Hey, I'm gonna troll you. Watch Boku no Pico. But next one. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me bring up Code Geass before we talk about that one, because that feels weird that we're talking about Code Geass, the spin-off series before we talk about Code Geass itself. All right. Code Geass. To me, it's an S. Fucking love Code Geass. Even if the second season was just like, heh. Most of the second season was kind of like, heh. But it stuck the landing. One of the best anime endings of all time. And you know what? I mean, I'm saying like it's a heh, but like I still thoroughly, very much enjoyed season 2 of Code Geass. I really enjoyed it a lot. And it's definitely a series that just like goes down as in history as like one of the one of the classics of anime, and for a reason. It's very good. Code Geass is a definite, like, 100% like S S tier. Even with all its flaws, its highs are just the best. And even with some really stupid moments, like the whole episode dedicated to chasing a cat, like what the fuck? Like we look past that, honestly. We look past it for the sake of how hype Code Geass was and all the twists and turns. Perfect anime, honestly. If we're talking about like the whole, talking about like how cliche and stuff like that anime can get, it is definitely the highest pinnacle of like taking all the flaws of anime and taking all the good parts of anime. It's all of the above. Dororo. Okay, yeah. I actually have it. It's right. It was pretty close, but we're also going to. I'll put it up front, right after we talk about Exiled. Akito the Exiled. I mean, it was just like Code Geass spinoff. It definitely didn't have like the impactfulness of Code Geass, the original. It was just like a weird like. All right. Same thing with Resurrection. I was planning on putting Resurrection here, but it's a multi-part series. I definitely probably should put Resurrection here. And you know what? Post edit me. Resurrection we are going to put at B. It was a fun series, kind of unnecessary. No, you know what? We're putting it at C. It was just like, why does this need to exist? And it's kind of the same boat as honestly Akito Exiled. Let's see. It's fun. It's just like if you want to see more a bit of what, like you want to see a bit of more of the mecha fighting part of Code Geass and like the more, I guess philosophicalness of Code Geass. It's there. It's like extra content. It's just like a bonus, but it's just a bonus round of more of what made Code Geass great. Except it doesn't have the parts that made Code Geass great. And I'm putting, post-edit me, putting Resurrection in the exact same place as a reminder. Pretty much identical. And Ani, you wanted Dororo? Thank you for mentioning Dororo. Fucking love Dororo. Esther. I love this series so much. I remember every episode I was wistfully just like waiting to see the next one. It was kind of like how I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, except dialed up to like 11. Dororo was so fucking hype, and I love the story, the simplicity of the story. It's just guy wants to get his body parts back. The simplicity of it. And I love the fact that he just doesn't talk and how he learns to slowly become more human. That stuff is just so, I love that stuff. I love it. It's basically the whole trope of like, you know, robot slowly learning to become human and stuff like that. And I'm a sucker for that trope. I love it. It is such a good anime. Probably like there. And you know, the ending for, this is also, I'm talking strictly for the 2019 one. Not the fucking like 1980s, but I watched Dororo, but I don't remember much apart from the first half. Maybe it's the taking CT. Maybe, man, maybe. Should definitely give it a try again because Dororo, my God, I mean, it was just such a good anime. First half and second. Now, like I think it just throughout the entire thing, solid show, and just does everything right and almost nothing wrong. And the reason why I'm not putting it at A and why I'm putting S is just because I had such a great appreciation for what they did with Dororo, like the animation of it, the art, the voice acting. Just I think like every aspect of Dororo I just loved about it. Also, the opening was a fucking banger. Like, come on. That shit was amazing. But I will say, there was that one episode that was directed very, very strangely. Like, the animation was just all off for some reason. I don't know why they did that. That was the one thing I just wanted to say. It was a weird comment, but it's just like, all right. All right, we moved past that. That was weird. But, yeah, anyways. Akuma no Riddle. I slightly don't remember what happens in this anime, except girls kind of lesbian, or she's very lesbian, and she's trying to save her classmate because everyone's an assassin trying to assassinate her, and she's also trying to assassinate her, but she decides to take her side because she's horny or something like that. I really don't remember what happens in this anime. I just remember it was pretty big when it first came out. Well, not big, but like big in the sense of like some of those shows that last for their entire season. When it comes to like being talked about. At my current state, I'd probably put it at like a D. But honestly, I just can't remember much about it. I'm putting it in like, wait, when did I watch this? So I really can't. I just can't fucking. I have no recollection of when I was watching this or how I felt about it. Next one, Ardaman, Ardaman, Alderman on the Sky. I remember this was an interesting like chess type of anime with mixed with fantasy elements and like military-esque style. It was very interesting. It was kind of honestly just interesting, really. I think it's like a C. I don't think it's stupid or bad. I think it was just kind of like, this was an anime. Definitely an anime. Let's see. Black Lagoon. Ooh, Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon. I am stuck between S and A for Black Lagoon. I really like Black Lagoon. It's one of those things where just how real it can be at the same time being as anime as fucking possible. Because its setting is not fantasy. It's just like in the heart of like a very corrupt place. And it's actually based on a real place. Probably a little bit exaggerated in its setting, but it's just so interesting seeing it evolve and stuff like that. And dude, Revi's fucking hot. Like, what more can I say? It was very episodic in the sense which, I mean, I'm not a big fan of episodic shows, but it was still very good in the sense of like how Rock evolves as a character as well. It's just like there's like nothing like it as well. I'm so close to putting S. No, you know what? I'll put it as A, just because the one thing that I probably have a gripe with is just that I don't think there's anything. It did everything great. It's just that there's nothing standout memorable moments except for like quotes and stuff. And I'm very terrible at memorizing quotes. I just know it's had a lot of like philosophical stuff they were talking about, but just like corruption and shit like that. And I loved it. Top of A. Aldino Zero. Pre-season 2, it's a B. After season 2, it's a C. If you watched it, you know. Season 2 just fucking flopped. Season 1 had a great thing going for it. And it just kind of flopped. Put it right there. Yeah. Allison Zoroku. This is an anime that I forgot I watched. It's like kind of the opposite of like this entire tier list whole thing of where I remember watching it, but I don't know what happened. This one, I don't remember watching, but at the same time, I kind of remember what happened. Kind of, not really. I just know it's one of those classic things where like, he's a grumpy old man, like, oh man, these kids are fucking ruining my daily life routine. I'm just a fucking taxi driver. And this kid with psychic powers comes in and he's like, hey, yo, this kid ain't too bad. It's basically anime up. Yeah. Probably put it at C. The problem is I just don't remember much about it. I don't think it was bad. That's one thing I do know. If it was bad, I definitely probably would have remembered it. But Next one, Amagami S. So this is a fun one because this me and my friends used to just talk about all the fucking time. But you're like, oh, back in my shroom village when we were watching this, they were like with the very low quality Wi-Fi that we had over there, or whenever we go to the next village over, this is what we would talk about. Be like, I remember I was with Dots and he's like smoking a cig and he was like, yo, dude, which girl do you like? And I was like, man, I love the swimmer girl. He's like, nah, I like the main girl, the girl where you kiss the back for her knees. I'm like, you kinky motherfucker. This is a fucking weird show. It was just one of those where it's based off a visual novel, or was it based off of a dating sim? One of those two. And it was just the one where like you go to different routes. Like every 5 episodes, it like resets the story, and then he explores a different route with a different girl. And my favorite was the swimmer girl. She was fucking cute. Loved her a lot. As well as that girl who's like her color is green. It's like this curly hair short girl. She was awesome. I loved her too. My god. Oh man. This is definitely a D anime. But I had so much fun with this. I'm putting it C. Kill la Kill. Ooh, that's a clean A. We love Kill la Kill. Hold on, let me actually move that. Just the most batshit crazy. And you know what? While we're at it, let me get Gurren Lagann. Where's Gurren? Gurren, where the fuck are you, man? Oh wait, no, it's top 10. Where the fuck is it? Okay, this is weird. Should be here. Am I just blind? Chat, am I blind? Do I not see it? Oh, why is it over here? It's a letter T. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'm probably going to put them in the same category. A. Dupden Gurren Lagann. Fucking love this anime. And Kill la Kill. They're kind of in the same boat for me, where it's just, it starts off with this ludicrous story, and then it turns into like freaking cosmos level threat shit every time. I love this genre. It's the dumbest shit ever. Which, speaking of which, let's also bring Darling and the Franxx, because Darling and Franxx is the exact same thing. Darling. Darling. There it is. I'm not putting Darling there. I'm just going to put it right now. There for now. But they're in the same genre of, it's ludicrous plot, and then it just goes into astronomically cosmic threat level events. Except for Darling and the Franxx, it has the same formula, but it takes itself too seriously. And it's basically just mecha with hips. That was the ludicrousness. Air quotes. Ludicrousness. And it's not that ludicrous. And also the ending is kind of like, what the fuck? But that's dumb. I'll put Darling in B, honestly. Even though its ending was shit, I had a lot of fun with Darling. That was a fun show. Solid one, too. Amagami Brilliant Park. I think I'm just a fucking Kyoto Animation simp. I'm just so biased when it comes to Kyoto Animation. Oh, man. I'm so biased. I love Amagami Brilliant Park, man. It's so fun. I should put it at B. I really should. No, I'm not gonna be too. But no, you know what? No, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. It's going A. Fuck you. A for Amagami. Amagi. Such a fun show. Very as it is. It's a very magical show. Ooh, and it was just I just love Kyoto animation. Anything Kyoto animation makes just so fun. Like, I'd be dismissed if there's any Kyoto animation work that is below C. I don't think there can be. Angel Beats. So the reason why Angel Beats is an S is because of how much it means to me. As S implies, impactful and meaning to me. Angel Beats is like, God. Angel Beats just meant a lot to me just because also back when I was in like high school. And as a shroom gnome, that means I was like 22. All my friends, we all watched Angel Beats. We all loved it. We had such a great bonding moment over it, and we would just discuss it all the time. And also, it was the first anime that made me cry like a bitch twice. I mean, just cry like a bitch in general, but I cried twice. And it just means so much to me in terms of like the soundtrack, my social life, just kind of everything. I know its pacing definitely could have, if it was 24 episodes, it'd be like no doubt about S. Right now at its current state, it's kind of actually, honestly, it's more of a B anime if we're talking objectively and unbiasedly. But to me, it means so much to me. It's an S. I love Angel Beats. Just means a lot to me. More on a meta level. So yeah. Dorohedoro. I really like CGI anime, honestly. I know people don't like CGI. I've been liking a lot of the full CGI anime. Dorohedoro was another one. I was like, oh wow. This is definitely new. I don't think it has a very like solid ending. Just kind of has, it was more of a solid show with like very interesting concepts. Dystopian shit was always like super cool to watch. I think it's a B. High B. Waiting in the Summer. So I thought this was like an Anohana. Oh, perfect. Anohana's right next to it, so we'll talk about that after. Waiting in the Summer to me was like a Anohana ripoff. Or I thought it was because they're by like the same art director, I'm pretty sure. And director, pretty sure. But it's like, they looked a lot alike. So I was like, oh, this is just like another Anohana. And I was sorely disappointed when it wasn't. I just remembered it was a fun show that you can just watch. And it was like one of those romantic comedies that actually went somewhere. From my memory, I'm pretty sure it went somewhere. And yeah, it was. I think it's C, top C. Anohana. Okay, now we get to Anohana. This is A for me. Where are we gonna put it though? Yeah. I remember rewatching Anohana so many times. So many times. In terms of like type of anime that make you cry, those type of things, it only does it. It's like a one-hit wonder at the very end, and you know it did try really hard to make all the characters kind of unlikable. Kind of, not really. It's just more of like they all have flaws, and some of them are become unlikable because of flaws. Some of them are just like, oh, they're very just flawed. And I think that was really good. Honestly, I think that's not so much of a criticism, more so an actual benefit to the series. But, you know, the shit makes me cry. And like, Kimi no Natsumo. Ah! It's basically PTSD and invoking when you hear that song. You're just like, so yeah. I have fond memories of Anohana. Anti-Magic Academy. I'm not even gonna like waste my time. That's another D. tier anime. I remember, even though this was like right up my alley, it was that harem shit, harem battle shit. I don't think I even rated this high. Not because I was falling off of it, but just because it was so boring. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it there. Quintessential quintuplets. First season kind of sucked in terms of the anime, just because I thought it was like, oh my god, the animation is so subpar, as well as like um the sound effects and stuff like that. Just like sound wise, visual wise, it was not very good. Voice acting was just always good, but season 2 though brought it up. It was like, oh shit, okay, now this is how it's supposed to be. This is what the anime really should be. I think it's a B for how it should be. Oh, how to ride. This is a shoujo manga, a shoujo anime. This is back in my shoujo phase. So in high school, I also had a oh, sorry. I also had a huge shoujo phase where I was just watching and reading like as much shoujo manga and anime as possible. And this was one of them. This is like a B. That was a really fun anime. Really, actually, ooh, yeah, no, yeah, I'll keep that as a B. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It was, I think, one of the last ones I watched too. I was like, this is a good send off to my shoujo phase. Okay, I'm actually gonna be right back. All right, let's continue with this list. Spice and Wolf. So I know a lot of people really like Spice and Wolf. I think I kind of got the appeal, but at the same time, I was kind of just like, it was just like a really, uh, what's the word? It's like a very scenic anime, whereas more is about like teaching you about being a merchant as well as kind of just viewing life in a completely different way. I found that very interesting. I don't think it was like amazing to me. It was just more of like every episode I was like, that's interesting. Hmm. Very, very nice. I know season 3 is finally coming out, and I'm not excited for it. I'm just more like, okay, more of this, and I definitely need to like rewatch the anime to remember what fucking happened. But at current state, I kind of just give it a B. Solid B. Oh no, Kanata. This was. I had a lot of fun with this anime. I'll say that. Putting this as a B as well. No, it's a C. It was just like. It was just like I really like the sport where they just fly around and shit like that. I thought that was very cool and fun. Uh, Yeah, I don't think its story was like that interesting. It was just kind of like sports anime, you know? Except with cute girls. Cute girls doing flying shit and sports. Oh, maidens in your savage season. This was a very interesting concept. And I remember reading the manga for this. It's just basically girls in puberty trying to discover themselves. Self-discovery type of anime. It's like a big, yeah, it's just a solid show. I think it explores a lot of different types of concepts of like girls growing up. Yeah, I don't think it's mid by any chance. I don't think it was fun. I think it did a little bit above that, but it's borderline. I don't think I enjoyed it too much, but Arifureta, oh my god, this fucking mess of a show. Jesus Christ. I will say the manga was so enjoyable. The anime is like borderline unwatchable. Holy shit. The shit's like, I would say the best moments are definitely when, you know, he comes back and he's shocking his classmates. Like, whoa, you're this guy? I thought you were a weakling. Huh, wow. And then he's like, huh, yeah, I'm better than all of you. You know, that was entertaining to say the least because I'm a fucking edgy isekai simp. So I enjoyed that. But honestly, no, it was very underwhelming. And I did not enjoy it in the slightest while watching. There were some moments. I think the opening was good. I think it tried to have decent animation. Emphasis on tried. So, yeah. No, I'll give it a D. D's fine. Mob Psycho 100. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to put it in... Put it at A, actually. Yeah. I really do enjoy Mob Psycho 100. Animation is like so unique. Art style very unique. I like how they kept it to the webtoon design. Story very good. The whole thing about just mob growing up, stuff like that. I don't really know why it needs a season 3. I felt like season 2 wrapped it up perfectly. So I'm not sure why it's getting a season 3. Well, I mean, I know why, but I don't know if it needs one. Oh well, we can just watch it and see for ourselves. Yudu Camp. Okay. Okay, so this is going to take a bit of explaining. Okay. So, I had a phase when I was going through high school and early college of really enjoying cute girls doing cute things. Okay, that sounded very bad. No, that's not what I meant. I meant more like I enjoyed the genre of. That also sounds bad, but I enjoyed the genre of cute girls doing cute things, the moe shit. I really did like that, and I think Yudu Camp was the last time I actually enjoyed this genre because I realized it was basically like slice of life, incredibly boring. Like, why am I watching cute girls doing these things? Like, when I could just probably like do it myself. Like, why am I watching a girl make sourdough bread when I can just watch? I can just make sourdough bread myself. What? Just because they're cute anime girls? That's why I'm watching it. What am I doing with my life? Basically, just got an existential crisis while watching cute girls doing cute things. Anime. And Yudu Camp was the last time I actually really enjoyed it. And like unironically, as well as everything it did in the anime was just perfect for both its genre as well as just a normal anime. Like the music was, oh, I love the music. I love the OST. I love the visuals that it has. It actually feels like the top of its class, and it's not even made by Kyoto Animation. So it's just like, wow, damn. I think this was A1 Pictures, was it? Let me try to get that right. C Station. Who the fuck is C Station? Okay, that's just random. But Wow, they have not done a lot, but they've done Yudu Camp, and they fucking blew it out of the water. Yudu Camp is so good. We all stand Yudu Camp. Yudu Camp is without a doubt, definitely like the pinnacle of its genre, as well as just my favorite. I love the comfiness of it, the wholesomeness. Something about it just makes me go, hey. It gives me, and Naruto, the cutest fucking muffin in the world. Oh my god, I want to give her a head pat. She's so fun. But yeah, it's an S tier because it just means a lot to me. Because it's like kind of the end, marks the end of my journey with this type of genre. And it's the best one of its genre. So it's like, what better way to go out? Arte. This is what I like C. I read the manga. I think the manga was a better way to digest the series. Unless you just like to see the pretty colors. But it was a really fun show. I like seeing the main character, how she's like a strong character, just trying to make her way into a predominantly male environment, trying to work her way up, going through all the troubles and tribulations as a female artist. I thought it was very, very heartwarming to see. I don't think it was like that interesting though. Actually, you know what? No, I'm moving it to B. I think it's a solid show. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna be like, oh no, no. I'm going back with my guts. I'm just gonna put it like top C. Asobi Asobase, S tier. This is probably what epitomizes my favorite types of like comedy when it comes to anime, or just comedy in general, which is illustrative comedy, visual comedy, to accompany the joke, and just the high pacing of it. Just say the joke, move on. We don't need to continue spending too much time on a joke or something like that. And it's just so funny. There's so many moments. Every time I watch a single clip of Asobi Asobase, I end up like binging near to completion the entire anime. Just because every bit they do is just so funny and just so well executed. I've never like laughed at just a 1 minute clip so hard in my life in a row. Like it would be like 10 clips in a row. I'd laugh at every single one of them. And I'd like rewatch that shit and I'd still laugh the exact same. It's so good at what it does. Wow, we do have a lot to get through. Assassination Classroom. Probably a B. I enjoyed it. I think it had a lot of slow moments though. But aside from that, it was just mainly know exactly what I needed to do and did exactly what I needed to do. No, it was not too long, not too short. Perfect length. Very good shonen. I think probably one of the better recent shonens in terms of like its pacing. Assassin's Pride. I was really impressed by episode 1 of Assassin's Pride. Like really, really impressed. Like the animation was really good. I was like, oh wow. But they're putting some budget into this shitty show. Because it is. Like, it's just one of those harem shit. Except it's just like, oh, whoa, he's an assassin this time. And he's really uber duper strong. Ooh. It's like overpowered shit. I had fun with it. It's like one step above what it usually should be, which is like D. I think I had fun. So I'll put it at C. Astra Lost in Space. So to me, this is like the most solid short story, like 12 episode anime you can get. In terms of like a golden standard of what to do for like 12 episodes, I think this is good. Like for a one series, 12 episodes, this is the perfect one. This was so good. So solid. I wouldn't say it's like an amazing series, but it was so solid and exactly what I needed to do. And it was enjoyable throughout the entire run. Really, really liked it. Attack on Titan Junior High. This was just like comedy and just constantly referencing Attack on Titan. Uh, it was just kind of like I had fun with it. Put it at C. Babylon. Yeah. Yeah. Babylon is such an underlooked show. If you haven't watched Babylon, I don't think anyone's talked about Babylon, but Babylon's something that came out like I think recently, 2020, 2000, 2019. Let me check. 2000. Okay, so the winter. Wait, no, fall of 2019. And it was such an underrated show. Honestly, I think it was the best of it. It was like one of the best of its season. I don't know what was in fall 2019, but I'll rate this as like one of the best of its season. It was. It did everything it needed. Yeah, I keep saying that. No, no. What am I doing? All right, rewind. Bap. So, Babylon was just a super philosophical show that explored like what it is to be evil and stuff like that. And I'm a sucker for that. I love that shit. I gobble that shit up every day. And it was just a great way to explore like different characters, how they're gonna do, and also unravel this certain mystery of like why these people are committing suicide even though they want to, but it's like someone's manipulating in the background. Super cool mystery, psychological, philosophical anime that really explores what it means to be evil. What is evil? Are people like inherently evil? A lot of like, yeah, I just loved everything that it was trying to do, all the things he was trying to say. Loved every second about it. I think the only reason why it's not S is because it's not like something I'm gonna completely remember all the time. Bacano. So I know a lot of people like Bacano. I'll be honest, I kind of don't really get it that much. It's like a B. I liked its storytelling. I just don't remember it being that amazing. I just know it had like a really good dub. It had like some really cool character moments and like the whole um not chronologically ordered storytelling. I thought that was cool and interesting. But I just didn't really see too much of the appeal of it. I think it's a solid show though. Very solid. B for Picano. Go watch it if you want. Maybe you'll have a different opinion, but I just didn't think it was that noteworthy, honestly. Baka and Test. This was just a fun show. B C. It was just like, hey, look at all these funny moments, and we have somewhat of a story, but don't pay attention. It's just idiots being idiots. But it wasn't exactly falling true to that um, motif. Definitely wanted to play with a little bit of romance, which I mean, like, it was kind of unnecessary, but whatever. It was a fun show. It's just stupid fun, popcorn entertainment. Welcome to the ballroom. I think the anime did the manga really good justice. I think that was like a B tier anime. The openings were bangers, that's for sure, and I loved how it tried to the anime really did try to replicate the style of the manga. I think it worked. Banana fish. Banana fish. Ba-bum, ba-da-dum. That's an A tier. Really did enjoy the whole mafia story behind it, as well as like the really realistic like romance between characters and stuff like that. Really enjoyed Banana Fish. Barakamon. I remember the opening of this being a banger, absolute banger of an opening, and it had a lot of funny moments, slice of life. It was mostly just a slice of life anime, but it was like really cool seeing him connect with kids and stuff like that, and really showed that anime kids, they can be cute, but they can also be real big pieces of shit. And I think Barakamon kind of settles in B. Yeah. With that said, let me see if I can get the spin-off Tanaka-kun. Where is it? I don't know where it is. This is weird. God, well, there's a lot of anime, so I'm just kind of like, ooh, where did I put everything? I got this Tanaka-kun. That's a different one. Okay, you know what? Well, when we find it, we'll find it. But Tanaka-kun is probably like more C. I think. But let's see. Fire Force. Oh, Fire Force was kind of a disappointment, which is a shame because David Productions killed it as an anime. It is the most like in the recent era of like shonen anime. It is the most like they went all out on a story that was kind of mediocre, which is a shame. And just because of that, and I'm just like, I'm very monkey brain of like, oh, pretty lights, and therefore I get hyped about it. I put it at B. Like bottom B. I enjoyed the sounds, the pretty lights, like a monkey, the sick animation, but the story and characters were just like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. If this was just a standalone manga, this would be like maybe D, possibly C anime or series. Beastars. Okay, so I read the manga for Beastars, and I don't remember what season 2 of Beastars did. I watched all of season 1 though, and it was basically the same. I don't know. Did season 2 get into the whole? I don't want to spoil anything, but actually like try to dive into the murder mystery part of the series. I feel like it did. Right. You know what? I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to check. Because that will determine. Yeah, it did. Okay, so it did. All right. Good. That's the case. Then I am going to rate, because that was honestly my favorite arc, the entire thing. In that case, Beastars, I'm going to put it as an A. I think they're doing fucking whoever like anime for CGI for animation has been killing it, and it's getting so much better. And also, voice acting of Beastars is on another level. So good. Beelzebub. Oh, this is such an old time classic. I love this freaking dumb show. It's what got me into the manga, and the manga was just as good. It's kind of the same thing, but I think the Beelzebub had a little bit too many fillers in the anime, but strictly talking about canon content, this was just a fun ass show. I don't know if it was solid. I think I just had it was more fun than it was like solid. I don't think it was like doing anything, inventing the wheel or anything. It was just doing a lot of cool, fun things, and really enjoyed. Just turn off my brain, pop the popcorn, put it in my mouth. That type of show. Yep. Bento. Oh my god, I love Bento. This is a show me and my friends binged back in high school. We just, after when summer immediately started, this was this anime we decided to binge. And it was the most ludicrous shit ever. It's just people fighting over half price bentos. And there's like rules and stakes and like pride and gang wars. And it's just like, what the fuck? This is over a half price bento. What are you guys on? It's so ludicrously stupid and I love it. B for bento. B for bento. That was a fun show. You're going to have a lot of entertainment value from this. Guarantee. If you just turn off your brain, have a lot of fun. More than C. So you're going to have a lot of solid fun. Big order. This was like worse Mirai Nikki, which I didn't know was possible. It's like a B. Oh, that shit was terrible. Bimbo Gummy. Bimbo Gummy. I haven't seen this. I haven't watched or read this in so long. I remember the anime being super fun. I don't think it was anything notable or where you're going to be like, okay, you know what? This is a series where you watch it, you're definitely going to love it. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, that was some fun quality entertainment for the night. Black Bullet. So this should be in the same genre as like this one, and yeah. It should be that same genre, but I actually really enjoyed Black Bullet. Even with the lolly undertones, that was a little bit uncomfortable. But we looked past that. It's like the animation was so cool. And like the fights were really fun. And just everything about it was just like, oh damn, okay. This is how it should be. I had a lot of fun with it. Black Bullet, that's a C tier anime. Put it right there. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Black Rock Shooter. This was an old time anime. I remember watching this in middle school. Hot damn. Black Rock Shooter. I remember it was just trying to be weird and like Madoka Magica-esque. It was like something about colors, and then like there were two sides. There was a girl, and there was Black Rock Shooter, who was supposed to resemble the girl's like ego or something like that. And then it was basically incredibly elaborate anime version of Inside Out. That's honestly all it was. Now that I say that, oh my god, that's just like, wow, I just oversimplified the Black Rock Shooter. And it was super cool, though. I'll put it as B. I honestly think it should be C, but I had a lot of fun. I remember this was the coolest shit back when I was watching it. Bleach. For the longest time, of the big three, Bleach was my favorite. And I might say another thing that's going to give me a bit of hot water. I think... I enjoyed the Aizen Mundo Wendo arc more than Soul Society. I think Soul Society objectively is better, but I enjoyed Mundo Wendo much more. Which is, might say a lot about my tastes, but it's what I loved. It's what I loved about it so much. And I mean, I think overall though, just spitballing it kind of. I think Bleach is like a B for Bleach. Yeah, like top B. Just because the ending, because holy fuck. I mean, like, yeah, I'm hyped for the new season that's coming out, but if you're a manga reader, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. You know. Blendes. This is where this is just a meme. Just smile, sweet sister, sadistic, surprise, service, and then like super calm or something like that, or I don't know. I was trying to think of it as snake in my boot or something like that. Just something. This is just a meme. It was honest. Okay, see, thinking about it as an anime, it was just kind of boring more than it was fun. But it wasn't dog shit, It wasn't shit. So I'm just gonna put it at C. Blood Lad. This is also C. I remember it was just a very much Gintama type of esque comedy, very parody, very, yeah, it was just very parody, very like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. It's a fun little show, but that was pretty much it. Blue Exorcist. Probably one of my favorite anime openings for a while. Core Pride. Fucking banger. The anime itself, I remember this being like one of my favorite shonens at the time. I loved Blue Exorcist. Like the full blue flames and shit. That was like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool. I'll put it as B. Probably like there, yeah. The ending though of the anime, which was the anime exclusive ending, before season 2 came out, was kind of like, I mean, but then they have season 2 and they just retconned it. Bokura wa mina kawaisou. I really liked this anime a lot back when it first came out. And then I read the manga religiously for some reason. I don't remember why. But I really enjoyed this to like a strangely high degree. It's going A. I just remember like having a lot of fun times with it. And it's just so really wholesome, and like I love every character that is within like the whole apartment complex that they live in. Everything was just super fun, super wholesome, so nice, and super aesthetically pleasing. Bokutachi no remake. I really wanted to like this, and then I got super bored. I was just slugging through it, kind of like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I get it. He fucked up, whatever. He's like trying to remake. It was just, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The first 3 episodes was like, oh yeah, this is kind of interesting, and the rest of the series was a slog. I'm putting this a D. It's kind of shit, honestly. I did not particularly enjoy it too much. Ascension of the Bookworm. Out of all the isekais, this is definitely a different one. It's one that I'm surprised is like it's getting a 3rd season. Like, I didn't realize how popular this show is. I like how it's kind of like doing that approach of like using the knowledge of the past self to improve the quality of life in this new world, as well as like invent new things, but also fail it at the same time. It's a very realistic approach to someone trying to like use their knowledge from their past life and apply it to this new world. Very realistic approach. I liked it a lot. I don't think I actually take it back. I think it was just like it was just a interesting show. Every time it's like, oh, nice, nice, nice. I also read the manga. It was kind of had the same attitude. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Oh, interesting. Whoa. So yeah, I'll put it at C. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna bother like trying to figure out where at C it belongs. It's just gonna be C. Batum. So the ending of the anime just kind of ended in the middle of our arc, which was like, oh, all right. But this was just like I think the pinnacle of like death game anime, just because there weren't that many, or all the ones that they had kind of sucked. This one was like solid. I'm putting a B. Yeah, put a B. B for Batum. Bungaku Shoujo movie. I fucking don't remember ever watching this anime. I'll be honest. Or rather movie. Why did I even watch it? It's just the most out there movie ever. I don't know why I watched it. I don't remember watching it. No, I remember watching it. I just don't remember why or when or what happened in the movie. So that's definitely a wait. When did I watch this tier list? Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Just need to use the bathroom real quick. All right, let's continue. Boomo Stray Dogs. This is I think out of like it's not exactly shonen, but like these type of action shows, I really enjoy, and this is one of them. Was just like had really interesting concepts where everything was based off of authors and shit like that. And I remember having a lot of fun memories of the show. It's just like one of those like dumb fun shows where I just like back. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool, and everything about it was just like I think the story was fun. I think all the characters were really cool. I just don't really have many complaints about it, but I also don't have any like standout moments where be like, yeah, dude, this is the hypest shit ever. So it's probably just going to be a B tier. Solid anime. Bunny Senpai. So I actually really liked the beginning of Bunny Senpai, but then I felt like it kind of fell off. Just kind of got a little bit of like, I didn't really care too much about the other stories. I just really cared. I just really liked the main girl story, and then all the other characters. I was just kind of like, okay, he's just solving problems for other people. I guess that's kind of cool, but I think she. I do love the dynamic though between her, the main girl, and the main guy. Super refreshing to see. I want to put it at C, but I think it has enough interesting concepts and standout moments to put it at B, just because of how interesting and different it is from like normal anime of its genre. So I'll put it a B. Solid show. Let's see. Armed girls Machev. Okay, I'm not even gonna attempt to read that. I remember this. This was that one where that guy punches people with swords. No, I mean like he doesn't have a sword. He just punches people, and then everyone else has swords, and they're just and he's in like an all girls school or something. Or no, no, no. He's like in a multi co-ed school, but for some reason all the girls they're allowed to carry weapons and shit like that, and they and he's like really strong. And then I think the main villain is a student council president who's pretending to be a guy but is actually a girl, and she likes the main character because obviously he does. It's a harem, so it's like, oh wow, this is one of those shows. It was just one of those harem battles again. I remember not rating this very highly. I think it was kind of shit, honestly. What I rated in my mouth, pretty sure I gave it like a very low score. This was around the time. No, you know what? I remember. We don't need to look at my mouth. I remember. This was the show that really got me thinking. Yeah, maybe I should increase my standards of anime, or just feel like maybe I shouldn't stop. I should probably stop liking these type of shows just because not because they're completely shit shows. I mean they are, but it's not like everyone to their own taste. But it's just like this isn't doing it for me anymore. I'm basically outgrowing this phase. I want my isekai now. Yeah. But you know what? I'll keep it at E. It was pretty bad. Pretty kind of big shit. Ansatsu Kyoshi, Kizoku. The Isekai Assassination, for those of you who want to know. Isekai Assassination was, of all intents and purposes, it was I think out of all the Isekais, it was definitely funner. Like, I think it still had a lot of the shitty tropes and all the, like, main character parandering of, like, oh my god, he's so cool. But at least he had an interesting backstory of, like, oh, he was an assassin? Oh, shit. Okay, well, I guess it's just, like, that's cool. I will actually give this a C. It was dumb fun. I I enjoyed what I watched, and also didn't enjoy a lot of what I didn't watch, what I watched, but I enjoyed it. Carnival Phantasm. This is just a hilarious show. I fucking love this. This is just the Mimi, the Fate Mimi, basically Type Moon Mimi show. This is great. I fucking love this. I'll put that in A. I had so many good memories of watching that. I fucking love this shit. This is just like, oh my god. It's a parody of everything. I love it. Holy Grail Kun was a great segment. Say hi, Kun. Say hi, Kun. I want to kill somebody. All right. Oh, no. It's just like, say hi, Kun. I don't know what to do. My laundry's not drying. Don't worry. Here's your solution. Have a knife. Laundry doesn't need to dry if it's fucking dead. Fucking love Holy Grail Kun. The best. Carl and Tuesday. Oh, I had so many high hopes for Carl and Tuesday. Season 1 was such a good season. It was an A. And then season 2 happened, and I was like, I mean, it was still pretty good. I don't think I have the heart to put it at a B. I really enjoyed Carl and Tuesday, and it was such a great, interesting show. Ending was questionable, and the season 2 second part was questionable as well. The entire second part was. But I think it has enough merits to be amazed, to be bottom of A tier. I really enjoyed Carl and Tuesday. Cautious Hero. Cautious Hero. I'm trying to think. What did I like about Cautious? I think, okay, Cautious Hero was just kind of the same joke over and over. It got really repetitive. That's what I remembered. It was fun and comedic, and then it got really repetitive, and I was like, what the fuck is this ending? It just threw away its entire comedy for the sake of trying to make a coherent story. I'm like, what? Why? This is dumb. Though it had, I think the way it made its funny moments were kind of fun. So I'll put it at C. Cells at Work. This falls into those informative animes, which are very hard to do because they get kind of like stale after a while. Like the first 3 episodes is really fun to watch, and it's just, it introduces some really interesting ideas, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know about that before. And so kind of falls under the same category. I'll put it at C. It was a fun. No, you know what? I'll put it at B. I think it's solid enough. I think the first season was good enough to make me watch the entire thing. Not binge it. No, God no. But like, definitely weekly. It suffices as a weekly show. Also, the little plate. Oh, sorry. Wait a second. Oh. The little planet kids. I forgot what they're called. The thing that heal, that close the wounds. Those little adorable buttons. Fucking love them. Centaur no Nayami. It's like oh, this got boring really fast. It's kind of shit. Yeah. Out of all the Monster Girl animes, it's kind of shit. Yeah. I give it a D. There was also a weird like, let me see your horse vagina moment, and I was like, what? Huh? All right. But I did enjoy how there was like this freaking Holocaust shown in this fucking anime. I was like, what the fuck? And then subtle racism when the frog president came in, and I think it's like a deer president. They were shaking hands, and then the deer secretary was like, here's the towel to clean your hand. There's like, oh my god, this racist fuck. That's some cool interesting now that I think about it, did have a lot of interesting moments, though I think it was very boring. So I don't think it was shit. I think it was just boring. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to make a new tier list. I think it's kind of gratuitous to just put everything in C. So I'm going to make something called add row below. We're going to call this let's see. Yeah, that should be good. Call it C minus boring. I think these should be separated. Yeah, we're not gonna make mid. We're gonna make C minus boring, and we're making C, which means this goes here. Let's see. What else goes here? This goes here. I feel like a lot more should go in here. Blend S, that should go there. All Uni Sister, that definitely goes there. I think that's good, yeah. Actually, this goes here as well. Out of that, it was more boring than it was like interesting. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Next one, Charlotte. Oh my god, Charlotte fucking flopped at the end. Jesus Christ, I remember that. Before those last 2 episodes, man, Charlotte was doing a solid work, doing amazingness, and then just fucking dropped the ball, and I was like, what the fuck? Putting it putting it at C. Before before it dropped, it was definitely a B, and then it was just like what? In classic in classic Key Studio fashion, it just dropped the ball at the end, as I've noticed a lot of Key Studio anime kind of do. Choyoyu. This is that isekai with like 7 geniuses. Oh my god, they can solve anything. This is definitely a C minus. It was boring. I had some. Honestly, is it kind of shit actually? No, no. Yeah, I'm putting it shit. And you know what? I'm moving this up. You know what? You get an upgrade. You get C. Boring. No, it was kind of shit. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, solve the same thing over and over again. I think what really put this down here is like the journalist girl. Like, oh, I'm a ninja, by the way. I'm like, all right, that's fun, I guess. See the money complex. I fucking don't remember what happens in this anime. I just remember like, it was like what Inception or some shit, and you buy. It's a video game, and then you use money to pay to win or something like that. I don't fucking remember. Yeah, that goes there. Clan ad. Ooh, I want to put it in S. But I think I had way too many slow moments. I'm going to get A. Like, okay, not top. No, I'm not. I don't really care where I put it at A. I'm just going to put it right there. It is an A tier show, definitely. I think what keeps it from being S is just kind of like how it tried to make sense of the whole last 8 episodes of being like, oh yeah, you know, that was a dream world. And it's like, what the fuck? What? No, you don't get to do that. And also, first season was pretty kind of sluggish. A lot of secondhand embarrassment moments as well. Classroom of the Elite. I am excited for the second season. I know it's already out, but I want to watch it. And I really enjoyed what I got from it. It's a B. Solid show. And it was like, I like how I want to see more to explore the main character, especially because it's like, it really shows the main character does not give a shit about anyone else. And I actually really enjoy that. I'm like, oh damn, all right. He's like that. Oh, you know, he's like the hiding his power level type of character. And I'm a sucker for that. Oh man, I love that shit. And it's done very tastefully, unlike most of them, where it's just like, we really want you to see how cool he is. But it turns out people find out he's cool. But this one, like, he really tries to make sure that nobody knows he's cool. It's great. Classroom Crisis. I just remember this was about like them building a rocket ship or something. And some guy who was being their classmate was an entrepreneur, even though he was like 17. It's just like, what? I don't remember much about this show other than the opening was kind of slapping. Like, I remember when I was making this tier list, this entire thing, and I got to this anime, and I was really trying to recall of like, am I gonna put it in the wait, when did I watch this tier list or am I gonna put it in like C? And I was like, you know what? When I get to this moment when I'm actually ranking them, I'll decide. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really don't know. I really don't know where to put it. It's like, I remember them building a rocket. No, that goes in like, when did I watch this? I don't fucking remember that shit. Clockwork Planet. That's what I feel about Clockwork Planet. This was kind of shit. I just remember the guy wants to have sex with this. No, she didn't. He wanted to say he just found this girl in a clock machine thing, and it was an interesting world. I will say that, a very interesting world. I just found it like kind of all right, and also I don't think the story was enough to, even though the story was very interesting, it wasn't enough to hold. That I remember it had kind of bad animation. It's like mediocre. Comment Lucifer. I do not remember this anime whatsoever. I remember. Okay, when I saw this cover, I was like, "Oh, it's that anime. That anime with the um and that was it. Like I just don't remember this anime. I definitely do remember like no, I don't remember this. I remember it was an interesting world, that's for sure. Like they were living on Mars or something, and there's a lot of craters and shit like that, and it was a very interesting world. I just don't remember what happens. Maybe if we go try to look back at this anime, no, like all the ones that are in this tier, maybe you guys can figure it out. Maybe you guys can decide if any of you watched them, decide whether or not they were something worth watching. Cowboy Bebop. So I have an unpopular opinion about Cowboy Bebop. And it's actually what I have with most episodic shows. I know everyone's like, dude, this is the GOAT. It's amazing. It's a classic for a reason. And, you know, like everyone's like, oh, it's S tier. It's A tier. It's one of these two. I put it at B. I don't really. The only thing that I really like about Cowboy Bebop is the aesthetic, soundtrack, the style, the world, the characters. The story is just like, what? It's just so episodic to the point that, like, when they tried to do an overarching story, it was like, this does not feel like it makes sense whatsoever. And also, it just explores a lot of cool concepts, but I don't think that's enough for it to warrant an A ranking. I think at the time, it was very innovative, very, very different, and just explored so many cool ideas. But I don't think it's honestly that good. So I'm putting it at B. But I will say it's a solid show that's a must watch. It's absolutely a must watch. Defrag. I remember this stupid show. This was so fun. This was just like, I think this is like classic high school comedy, ridiculous anime. This was a fun ass show. Hell yeah. Dagashi Kashi. I remember reading the manga. And it's definitely one of those things where it's just like, this is definitely a manga format type of show. It was super boring. Sorry. Hi. All right. Sorry about that. Just had to pick up a phone call real quick, but we should be good. Okay. Let's see. Where were we? Dagashikashi. Yeah, that was a boring show. Dangchi guy. What the fuck is this? When did I watch? Yeah, I'm putting that there. I don't fucking remember watching that. Let's see. Daily Lives of High School Boys. Oh, this was a hilarious show. Fucking love that. That's an A tier. Such a good comedy. I have nothing much to say about it. It's just really funny. Just go watch it if you haven't. Yeah. Oh, hey, Jared, what's up? Yeah, we're just ranking all 500 of like anime I've watched throughout my entire life. I missed a few. I missed Death Note, which was like A, which goes in A tier. But yeah, I think I missed a few of them, but should be fine. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black was okay, minus the second season, but I have to rate with the second season. Second season was horseshit. Second season is like C, probably C minus, and then first season was like A. Super good show, and I'm honestly honestly I want to put it at A. It was such a solid show. Chinese electric Batman going around being the Joker. It's fucking cool, and the power system is amazing, and just the fact that like the sky is fake and shit like that. It was a really cool show with a lot of cool concepts, and executed very well. Let's see, Date Alive. Date Alive. I remember season 1 and season 2 I had a lot of fun with as a kid, and then I watched season 3 as it came out, and I was like, the quality went down so significantly, went down so drastically. And then season 4 came out, and season 4 the quality increased so much, but it's also like makes me realize I am definitely outgrown this type of show, which is sad because I really enjoyed Date Alive back when I was still watching it. Oh, I'm just gonna put it at C minus. Unfortunately, if I was 16, I probably would have put it as B. But the last 2 seasons made me want to sleep, or just did not make sense to me. Death March Isekai. This was shit. We put it at E. Oh, that was a bad show. Did not make any sense. Just classic Isekai RPG at its finest, which is not a very good genre to have as their standard. Death Parade. Fucking love Death Parade. Everybody, put your hands up. Everybody, such a good show. Another great 12-episode classic. Decadence. What is the opposite of a 12-episode classic? A 12-episode disaster, or just boring fest. This was like, I don't think it was shit, but it was definitely just like, got really gratuitous through the end, and just kind of like, what is going on? This doesn't really make sense. I think I want to put it at C, actually. I don't want to put it at my C minus. That's not that low. But this is very low. This one. Demon Lord Retry. I will say, this is an isekai, so obviously it wasn't going to rate that high to begin with, but the manga was super fun. And it was so expressive, the characters. The story was exactly the same, but when the anime came out, it was so dry. Oh my god. The show was so dry, and I don't know who was in charge of the background art, but I feel like it was definitely some guy they hired from high school that they found on Twitter because I don't know what it is. The background art was terrible, or rather, it was just subpar, which is not a state, which is like not something you noticed, but the fact that it's noticeable, it speaks volumes. And animation was just terrible. So yeah, it was just a big sack of shit. Demon Slayer. Put it A. Yeah, it's like a very good A. Though if I had to like compare it with Jujutsu Kaisen, I do prefer Jujutsu Kaisen a little bit better than Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer's animation's probably much better, but like the slow moments are slow. Yeah. Also has more annoyances than there's more annoying characters than um, positive ones. I don't think any of the characters are that stand out. Where in Jujutsu Kaisen, it was definitely more standout characters. But the animation, god tier. Fucking amazing. Hype is shit you can find. Denpa Kyoshi. This is that genre of like, oh, it's a genius, it's a weird person, and he becomes a teacher, and then he teaches people the value of life or some shit. Except he's an otaku this time. Whoa. Dude, the blonde guy in Demon Slayer. Oh no, Zenitsu is fucking trash. Like, even if he has his moments, he has to be asleep to have his moments. Like, are you kidding me? Bruh. But anyways, Denpitsu Kyoshitsu. I don't really remember much. I remember it was honestly, I think it's kind of shit. I remember the manga was somewhat enjoyable, but it gets boring really quickly, and I think it's more slow than it is fun. And I think the moments that really make these type of shows, these genres, was more mediocre than anything. So I'm just gonna put it at D. Dimension W. This was a fun show. Mention W. Where would I want to put this? It was just like interesting concept with this weird 4-dimensional shit where they're like, oh, the axis planes? You got X and Y. That makes 2 dimensions. You got axis 3X. That makes 3 dimensions. What if there was a 4th axis W? The 4th dimension. And they pull energy from that shit. And it was weird. It was like, okay, I guess that's kind of cool. And then there's this guy in an old car and a robot girl. I think it was fun. Yeah, but it's C. Dog and Scissors. I remember very, very much disliking this show. It was just, it's weird. This weird show where a guy dies, reincarnates as a dog, and then the girl takes him in, and then I guess just knows he's a fucking person. And then she's like a sadistic person. And then he's like constantly. She basically just commits animal abuse on him all the time. But it's fine because, he's a person reincarnated into a dog. So it's completely fine. It's just a weird show when you think about it metally. Of like, when you think about this girl who just constantly puts this dog in weird positions. Because I think she knows that he's a person. And then she gets off on that. It's so weird. It made me more uncomfortable than enjoyed or funny. I don't think any of the jokes were that funny. It was just mostly weird and uncomfortable to watch. Let's see. Domestic Girlfriend. I thought the anime was a little bit rushed. I read the manga for this. So, anime was a little bit rushed, but the opening was a fucking banger. We love that opening. And I don't know why they had like Paris Française music playing for some of the emotional scenes. And I was just like, oh, that's a questionable choice, but that's fun. And Other than that, it was pretty faithful to the manga, but no, but it just cut out a lot of content. I think it was honestly C minus. Doctor Stone. Doctor Stone is pretty fun. I just watched the new special, the hour special that just came out. Very fun anime. But I think I'm just going to give it a. I don't think it's solid. I think it's honestly it has a lot of boring moments mostly. I think it's C. It's a fun show. I rate it. Dragon Ball Super Broly. This movie. I am not a Dragon Ball person, but this movie was fucking amazing. Like Dragon Ball is the pinnacle of just shonen that's just like, oh, big man punch other big man, and it's the hypest shit ever. It's the most monkey brain shonen type of battle shonen you can find, and it does everything it needs to do right. Was the Frost movie that had Broly? Oh, was it the? I mean, for Dragon Ball Super, it was. Broly's been around since Dragon Ball Z, and I think like the 7th movie was when he was introduced. But I think this is actually the first Dragon Ball Super movie, because the other ones were technically Dragon Ball Z, with Frieza and Beerus. Those were technically Dragon Ball Z. And this is the first one that's super, and fucking hell. Also, the arts, the animation's insane. Part of me just wants to throw it in an S because I still listen to the soundtrack, and like for Dragon Ball, it is like peak Dragon Ball. It's just big muscle man, fire energy blast, punch other monkey man. Ooh, it just so hype. It just brings out the energy of like 5-year-old me again, and I love it. And you know what? I'm keeping it at S. It just, for Dragon Ball, it is the pinnacle. And I love it. Like story wise, the story was okay, but nobody watches Dragon Ball for the story. You watch it, see big muscle man punch other big muscle man. Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Kyoto Animation, Yeah, me neither, Jared. I don't actually watch Dragon Ball that much, but whenever I just see a clip of like some good animation, I'll just, sit down, watch a little bit on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Jared, didn't know you watched Dragon Ball Z. But I don't know, Dragon Ball Super's. I didn't watch like all of Dragon Ball Super. I just watched clips of like the Tournament of Power and a little bit of the beginning. It was okay, I think. But Broly's fucking awesome. Love that movie. Watching Dragon Ball for the story is akin to reading Playboy for the articles. That's so true. Oh my god. That is so true. Like, who why would you ever watch Dragon Ball for anything but like for the story? Same thing with that I've never heard more truer words than the 10 Commandments don't have anything on that sentence. Kobayashi Dragon Maid. I think this is Kobayashi's B. I enjoy it a lot. I don't think it's like anything ridiculously special or anything that warrants an A tier. I think, Kana's adorable. I think the animation is always great. I think the dragons are thick. But I think it's just solid. Solid anime. Definitely not a C. Not at all a C. Drifters. This was just fun. Fun ass show. It was basically just isekai but with historical figures. Dumbbell na kiro motteru. This is the onegai maso ne de onegai. Fucking love that opening. But this was just a fun show. Yeah, put it at C. The best part is obviously Machio and all the clips that have to do with him. Side chesto! Super fun show. Yeah. Danmachi. So I feel like Danmachi is kind of underrated. At the same time, I understand why it's underrated. It's both like Danmachi is so confusing. It's both super fucking hype when the battles want it to be, at the same time very fucking underwhelming and just like, oh my god, it's just classic harem. They're just, boobs and tits flying everywhere, and then the story is just like, the story's whatever. But then when it wants to get serious, holy shit, it hits so hard. Like I watch and I put on repeat Bell versus what was his name? The Minotaur, the Black Minotaur guy. Like I put that on endless repeat. Holy shit, that was such a good fight. JC Staff, when they wanna be great, they go for the moon. They are so good with making some of their shows. And this is one of them. I don't really know what dictates which shows they want to make good, but this is one of them. And I don't know why they chose this one when they could have chose like, oh, sorry, that was an alarm. But Danmachi, definitely. Oh, I want to put it at B. But I really don't. I'm putting it at B. It's gonna be the lowest B here. I really enjoyed Danmachi for when it's hype. This was a confusing ass show. I think it was more fun than anything. I didn't really get the appeal of it too much. It was just more, every time I was watching it, I was just confused more than anything. And then when the story was quote unquote resolved, I was still confused. I was like, hey, what's going on? I think that's a fun show though. Elfen Lied. Everyone knows my opinions about Elfen Lied. This shit was terrible. That was a scary shit. I watched that when I was very young. I was like, because there was blood and gore and shit. But it was a very edgy show and a very like, I don't think it was that. No. We don't rate that. Erased. I know people don't like the last two episodes. This is like, where was it? Charlotte. Where the last two episodes just freaking flops. But I actually somewhat enjoyed I know this sounds crazy, but I somewhat enjoyed the ending of Erased. Like, I thought it was kind of wrapped it up kind of well. Obviously not perfect and more negative than positive, but I didn't think it was that bad. I give this like a B. It was a solid show. The ending obviously questionable, but I didn't think the ending was so bad that it would warrant it a lower ranking. Yeah. Eromanga Sensei. This was fucking. That's a C minus. The only reason why it's not D. No. Actually, I'm thinking about it. No, it's like a D. This show was so trashy, and not even in an ironic way. It was just unironically trashy. Fuck. Etotama. I kind of forgot the show existed. I think this was like fun. It just kind of did everything. It was just every episode was a new fight. And it was very straightforward with what it was. It's just Zodiacs fighting, and there were cute girls, and the main character was pretty much irrelevant. So, yeah. Expelled from Paradise. This was a very, very interesting movie. It's kind of like the most anime movie I've ever watched. I don't know if that means anything, but definitely not the greatest shit. But I had fun with it, so I'll put it at C. Fairy Gone. I haven't finished the second season. That shit's been like on episode 3 for the longest time. It kind of got boring. It really did. First season, I think the saving grace was that it was so. I love the character designs. I love the soundtrack. Love the opening. CG fairies were a little weird. Story wasn't enough to captivate me. I'll put it. Yeah, C. It was C minus. Okay, for this, let's go in this order. So we'll do Fate/Stay Night 2006 first, and then we'll go 0. Basically, my watch order of Fate. Okay, 2006. That was shit. Like, I don't think Fate as a series. Actually, no, I take that. No, I'm not gonna feed into that. I think it was more C minus. I don't think Fate as a series has that compelling of a story, but I think it's definitely carried by its lore and animation, which is where UFO Table comes in and just takes the fucking floor. But now the story of Zero, though, this is an S tier anime. Fate Zero is such a good anime. Like, they're able to condense the lore in one episode, 40-minute episode. You know, you just have to slug through one episode and you understand everything about Fate. And it just rolls with it. It doesn't try to expand on it. It just plays to what it is. And it's like it is such a good prequel that it doesn't even, you kind of don't even need to, like, the fact that it's a prequel doesn't even deteriorate from the story. It doesn't even make you feel alienated that you need to watch the original series to understand it. It just perfectly encapsulates everything you need to know about the lore, about the series, into 40 minutes of the first episode, and then immediately gets into the action. Such a good show. And then Unlimited Blades works. Oh my god. I mean, not as good as Zero. But like, UFO Table, they don't miss. And the Unlimited Blades works route was definitely more interesting than the Fate route. I will say that. So I'm putting in A. Fate/Apocrypha, that's a B if we're going by S, A, B, and then C minus. Every tier. Except for, we skip C. But they're basically the same tier. Fate/Apocrypha was... Actually, you know what? I take that back. Yeah, it was C. I was not attached to any of the characters except for Jane, but that just Joan of Arc, just because she was hot. Just because she was blonde and hot. But yeah, I didn't really care about the main character too much. I just know he was Dragon Boy. That was it. And I did. There was a lot of insane fights for sure. But it was just Fate, except blown out of proportion. Flying Witch. This was just a slice of life shit. Not really warranting of a boring kind of shit, but it was definitely boring. Just slice of life with witches. That was it. Food Wars. This was fun. I remember Food Wars. Orgasmic foodgasm taken to the next level. Very solid. Free. So I have to rate Free for the entire anime. And I actually really liked the first season of Free. I don't know why. I just do. But like the next few seasons were just kind of like, come off it. And it really decreased with Free was at first a B for me. Season 1, season 2 brought it down to like C. Season 3 kind of stayed in the same place, and I think the movie as well or something. And I don't remember. I know the latest one, not the newest movie. I still haven't watched that, but it brought it down to like here. Unfortunate, because I really liked Free the first season a lot. For some fucking reason. Fruits Basket. Oh, that's an A. That's a clean A. Very easy A. I always say S, but the conflict of the story kind of just solves itself, which is weird. But other than that, super wholesome. I can understand why it is a shoujo goat for a reason. And Honda, best girl. We stand our little muffin cake. We love her. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh my god, one banger after the next, except that one's an S. This is my favorite. Okay, if it wasn't for One Piece's anime being absolute dog shit, One Piece would be my favorite shonen anime. Emphasis on anime. Now, in terms of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, this is my favorite. It's really hard to call Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood shonen. It's the same way I dictate Death Note, where I don't feel that comfortable calling it Death Note a shonen, like categorically it is. But you don't think of like, when you think of shonen, you don't think of Death Note. And I feel like Full Metal Alchemist falls into the same boat just because it handles so many cool themes and ideas and just really plays through them all really well. And I thoroughly enjoyed Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, as well as just how streamlined and straightforward and consistent the entire show is. Consistency being a very key word here, just because also the power system. I've never seen a power system that has that's always stayed the exact same. Like, they've never stretched it in order to make ends means for the plot. It's been consistent throughout the entire thing. The rules set from the rule set from the rule let me repeat that. The rules set from the very beginning remain to the very end. And that is something I have high appreciation for. And it's just an iconic. I mean, there's a reason why it is like number one on Mal for a reason. I think it's the only one that really deserves its top 5 and just actually number 1 spot. Absolutely. Damn, I have a lot. You know, I'm starting to think maybe I should turn this into like a 2-part stream. Probably will. Just because of how many we're going through. Jesus Christ. And like, we've gone through a lot and we're not even close. I sorely underestimated how long this would take. But Fumi, or you know what? If any case, we should just go through a lot of these and just do a lightning round. Let's do a lightning round really quick. We're going to just do a lightning round of like half of like all of these, going through them and just throwing them into like tiers of like most of the ones I don't have opinions on. Okay. You know what? Starting now. Don't fucking remember this anime. Fumi couldn't. Yeah, I don't fucking remember that. Fumi Ano. I have something to say about that. Gabriel Dropout. That was just like what the. It was just okay. Yeah, that was funny. That was more boring than anything. Okay. Minus C. I have something to say about that. Gangster. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't fucking remember that. Wait, no. Actually, I put that in dog. I remember this. This was stupid. That was just like fucking cute girls doing cute things to anime and just had no plot whatsoever. Let's see. What do I not have opinions on? I have opinions on the Evergarden. Actually, God Eater. Let's do God Eater. It was based off a video game. It was just fun action. Story was kind of okay. Kind of superlative. God Eater's C tier. Yeah. Brahilda of the Darkness. This was edgy ass shit. Honestly, it was kind of bad. Yeah. Didn't really like it that much. I have Golden Time. I hear a lot of people call it the Toradora, makes it better and also like more mature and stuff like that. I don't really remember much about this, honestly. I think it was more of a C. I just remember it being kind of like it was a good romance, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Grimoire of Zero. That was a C tier, yeah. Gukikuri-san, yeah, that was honestly maybe a C minus. Honestly, maybe a D. It was like none of the jokes were that funny. I'll put it at D. Yeah, D needs to have some room there. Let's see. Hayore Naruko-san. This was very, very parody. It was fun until like I got bored. So it could honestly be either or. Put a C minus. Akame, this was just wholesome goodness. I think I'll put it there. It wasn't boring. It was just very type of anime. Let's see. Oh, here's. Oh, it was Honda. It wasn't Tanaka. I'm so stupid. So Barakamon. This was the spin-off to Barakamon, and this was just kind of. It was more. It was C minus. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of meh. Hanemura Kindergarten. That is C. Let's see. Higehiro. This got boring as it went on, but it was very nice concept. Honestly, it was more solid than it was boring, so I'll give it a B. Let's see. Himegoto, that was fucking traps. Fucking yeah, put it E. Hime Umaru, that's little shit. For the shit, we put it a D. Let's see. Hime Kuno, I don't fucking remember. Okay, no, I do. This was boring as fuck. But it was kind of shit mostly. So yeah, D. Let's see. Hinamatsuri, Hippotherbochi, I want to talk about that. How to not summon a demon lord. This was surprisingly fun. I'm gonna say it was surprising. It was very surprising. I did not expect to have this much fun with it. Danda Wakaranai. That's like this was super wholesome, super fun. That's a B. That's a very solid show. Let's see. 100 kind of falls into the same category as this one, and this one. This the harem, shitty harem shit. Yeah, that goes there. Actually, I'm bringing it an E. Actually, E, D. Yeah, it can stay in D. Oh my god, this is a classic. This is so classic. It's a shame I don't remember jack shit from it, except that it was harem and stuff. We're putting it C minus just for the harem. Saikin Imocha, I don't fucking remember what happens there. I just know it was incest. Let's see. This was Yuri. This fun Yuri. Kind of boring though. Oh no, actually, I think there was some funny clips there. I'll put it a C. Juron. Oh my god, this was such like I thought this was so cool. It was such a cool concept, and then it just quickly went to shit. I don't think it's a yeah no it's a D. Yeah, it was not. It was kind of a shit show. Just because this was like weird. This was boring. I put it there. Actually, yeah, you know I'm gonna put this over there too. Zodiac War. What the fuck? This was just like we're gonna dedicate an animal to every episode. Whoop de doo. Kaze no Stigma. Oh my god. I absolutely remember watching this. Yet I have zero idea what happened to it. I remember it was like 26 episodes of like kind of fun. I remember I had fond memories, but I just don't remember what happened in it. Goblin Fucker. Let's just throw this one here. This was pretty damn edgy. A lot of fun, but it was kind of gratuitous at some points. Just put it at fun. C tier. And you know what? I think I'm definitely going to make this a two-parter stream. I'll be doing this exact same stream. Next time, I'm not going to lie with you guys, I'm getting a little tired. This is the first time I've streamed. Well, I've like been streaming very recently, and this is nearly 4 hours. So, and I'm getting a little exhausted, not going to lie. So I am going to end it with one anime that I saw here that I really want to talk about, which is this one, which is weird because I remember not a lot of people liked this anime. People didn't rate it very highly, but for me, I loved Haito Genso no Grimgar, or Grimgar Ashes and Illusions. I love this show. Very good isekai. Super good. Like it was such an interesting concept where they just forgot what they were, and yeah, it was kind of an isekai, but they were just weak, and like anything could mean death. It's just super impactful. Everything was just so polished, and I loved the watercolor art background. Like this is like the opposite spectrum of Mao Retry, where I noticed the background art. It was noticeable, but in a good way. Super nice and polished. And the redhead has a very nice ass. Just letting you know. Yep. So, with that said, I'm giving it an A. I really enjoyed Haito's. I really enjoyed it, and I hope it gets a second season. I really do. And with that, I'm going to end this stream for now. We are going to revisit this definitely, and for next stream, I think that's because of how long these are going to take. This is probably going to be next weekend, honestly, probably on Saturday. Saturday next weekend. I'll be streaming again on YouTube for this just because I want to keep everything consistent. And then, so I will see you guys then. And hopefully you guys join me again for the stream. Thank you for everyone who came out and just, just we had a lot of fun. Really appreciate everyone. And I will see you guys in the next stream. So, with that said, that about it.